Well, apologies, there's a little bit delayed in getting everything going, but we are now underway and we're ready for what will hopefully be a stream that was as successful in the end as yesterday's. But we will see. Hello there, welcome to Stu FM. My name is Stu. We play Football Manager around here, and today we're going to be continuing on with the Aston Villa save, which has had a horrific start, but we feel like we turned a bit of a corner at the end of the last episode. For the first time all season, we won not one, but two games back to back, and we also won each of them by 2 clear goals. Now, we did concede some goals when our defence is apparently the best part of our team, but you know what? We'll take it as it comes. I am just going to shut this curtain, because as much as I like having that little shelf and little ledge there with my stuff on, it is kind of just lighting up one side of my face. Lighting in this room is something that I am looking to get sorted at some point. It's just not quite there yet, but that will just mean it's a little bit more balanced in terms of what you can see. What can you see in the corner? Is it my light here? Is it that? It was that little bit there. It was just the little ledge of the little bit that my light rests on. I just realised I haven't tweeted out that I'm streaming either. Probably should do that. Posts out just so anyone who actually follows me on social media is aware that I'm currently live. Whether they care or not is another matter, but it's all good. That's that one. And then for my final trick, it'll be blue sky. There we go. They're all posted out. Double check my stream looks exactly as it should do. I'm fully aware as well that I'm streaming at the time that there's 2 other people who are currently streaming. To be honest with you, I don't really have much of another chance to do a stream today, so this is going to be the time that it's going to be, whether we like it or not. Comeback is on. Brilliant. No, we've got that right. That's okay. Fabulous. Well, let's not mess about. Let's not stand here on ceremony. Let's get into the game, shall we? And let's get things underway. I'll get my... Just in case anyone does join us on this cheeky little stream, I'll just make sure my alerts and chat boxes are both up and available. Again, a professional streamer would have done this before the stream. I made a massive faux pas, actually. I started the stream, then realised I should probably ring both my mum and my stepmom to say Happy Mother's Day to both of them, which I have done, I'd want to assure you. But I started the stream first, that's why there was a delay in the stream actually starting. But we're here now, so again, without any further ado, let's get to the actual game itself. No idea whether the timing was okay on that one, but we're going to rock it anyway. Again, form-wise this season, it's been abysmal. If we ignore the friendlies, which again, I wish we could filter this a bit more, but we can't. So if we ignore everything there, so that's the season as it's been so far. 2-2 draw at Newcastle. Wasn't ideal, but the fact that we got to a draw when we had such a poor start and had a red card, really resilient performance. 1-0 loss against Brentford. We forgave it because it was away from home, but again, not ideal. 0-0 against Crystal Palace. At home, not ideal, but overall, it's a point. I'll take it. We then had a cheeky friendly and then beat Everton 2-0. Rodgers and Tammy Abraham with the goals. Not an overly impressive performance, but away from home against Everton, not bad at all. Then we lost against Wolves 3-1. This was atrocious. Utterly atrocious. No excuses there. Sunderland 2-2. Douglas Luiz and Morgan Rodgers with the goals. At 93rd minute equalised to get us a point. We then drew against Ludogorets in the Europa League, which is just sent me over the edge at that point, and then we lost against Fulham 3-2 after being 1 goal ahead, and then that was painful. Then we lost against Roma, had a bit of an inquest at that point. Then we started the last stream against Burnley. We were sure that was going to be a different result, and it was all kinds of not. In any way, shape or form, a different result. Then Tottenham 2-0. We were away from home. We kind of saw that one coming. Zvezda, really poor performance. 2-2. We were 1 goal up. Then we conceded. Then we scored. Then they equalised. Not good at all. And then the bizarreness of this game, we were 1-0 up, then we went 2-1 down, then we scored an equaliser, and then they just ripped us apart. Erling Haaland in the second half. We made some tactical tweaks that did not work. And then Liverpool 2-0. These two, we knew we were going to lose those, so I kind of don't even really count those. But then the last 2 games, we feel like we've turned a corner. Yes, they're both at home, but both of them were good performances. Go ahead, Eagles, 4-2. Conceded 2 late goals. We were 4-0 up at one point. Lapse of concentration. Emi Martinez has not had a great season. It is what it is. And then against Bournemouth, again, Emi Martinez made a mistake for the goal that they scored. But we then went on and were pretty convincing in the way that we played. The main change has been Morgan Rogers going up front. He scored 3 in his last 2. And then the last game he scored before that, he scored. Before that, it was Ollie Watkins. Before that, it wasn't him, but he has scored a few goals this season. When we've been scoring, he's usually been involved. So let's get him up front. Let's have him scoring goals on the regular. And let's see whether that will work, because Ollie Watkins isn't working up front. Tammy Abraham isn't working up front. In the summer, we need, if we're still here in the summer, because we need to continue this, I think, to save our job, because it's not been going very well. We need a good run. I mean, today we've got Leeds, Powick, Wolves and Brighton as the first few games. We then do have a sticky game against Arsenal. We've then got Bodo Glimt and West Ham, which should be within the realm of winning. Man United, Chelsea and Arsenal is going to be a difficult end to that month. However, bear in mind, I don't know how far we'll get today. I'm planning on streaming until maybe about 2:30, so we'll see how much football we can get in during that time. With that, onwards! Let's see what we can do. I mean, also today it's worth pointing out, I'm going to be keeping half an eye on the Manchester United Aston Villa game if it's on while we're streaming, which I can't remember what time it actually starts, so I'm just going to have a quick double check of that. Also have a complete quick check of my FPL team as well, which has not had a good first day, but most of my players are playing today, so that's, you know what, it's fine. Let's not worry about it. So Villa are a 2 o'clock start, so I'll be around for the first half an hour of that game, along with the other games today. Crystal Palace, Leeds, Forest, Fulham, Liverpool, Spurs. I'm really hoping Ekatike can get some goals today in that last one. Fingers crossed. Yeah, right. Focus on the wrong game. Let's get on to the next set of results, and hopefully we can do well. Right, training. We're doing 1G game week this week, which hasn't got a game. We are going to put a friendly in there. We'll pop it in on the Saturday. And we're just going to have a nearby team. We go Sutton United, Birmingham edition. I'm assuming that Sutton is in Sutton Coldfield, which again, not a million miles away from where I live and where I grew up. So we'll go for that one. We won't play that one, we'll just sim it. But hopefully with the players who don't go on international duty, that will be a good one. So we scored none of our 6 shots attempted from outside the penalty area. That's where we're on don't shoot from distance. Struggled to make inroads into attacking areas from the left wing, which is the realm at the moment of Jadon Sancho, so that's interesting. Scored 3 of the 12 shots attempted from inside the penalty area. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. We've impressively restricted the opposition to just 1 goal from 23 touches in our penalty area. Again, we're doing quite well with that. Long shots has been a bit of a problem recently. We're getting a good number of touches of the ball into the opposition's penalty area, which isn't necessarily a good thing, because what that basically means is we're getting into the area, but we're just not getting the job done at all. So, you know, it looks like it's a good thing. It's really not. I should have muted then, apologies. Right, that week needs to be a 2-game week. Let's pop that up on there. Let's do attacking, patience, and defending from the front. I'll leave that blank so I can have a little bit of a rest there. That'll be attacking direct, defending disengaged. We'll change defending disengaged to defending wide. Our wide defending hasn't been good recently, so let's see if we can work on that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm looking forward to the Wolves game. I want revenge on Wolves. I think they dumped us out of the Carabao Cup. I think that was the thing. We did rotate a little bit. We had our backup goalkeeper in, and he had a shocker. Although, to be honest with you, the way that Martinez has been playing recently, I don't really care whether we have our backup goalkeeper in there or not, because I don't know whether he'd necessarily be much worse, to be honest with you. Salino Sousa at Rotherham. He is a fringe player, so we need to have a word with you. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm also fully aware as well we're going to be very close to making Harvey Elliott transfer permanent, which is good. We want it to be permanent. Again, currently injured. 2 to 4 weeks. Doesn't go into injuries. Tammy is currently injured for 5 days. And Kamara is injured for 11 days to 3 weeks. So we're still missing a few players. We're also missing Leon Bailey until the 19th. Oh, it's International Week, isn't it? Duh, obviously. Right, let's carry on then in that case. We'll just use the under-21s to fill in any gaps. It's not a very good team we're playing, so let's worry too much about that. So we have got Gesand and Gauchi. Gauchi or Gauci? I don't know how to pronounce that. Gesand, I need to double check. I feel like he's actually going to be properly leaving us. Optional future free of 26. They may turn that down. How's he been doing for them? He's barely been playing, so we might get him back, which I'll be happy with because he's got a decent potential. And will be another striking option. I mean, he's relatively quick. He's 6'1". His heading's decent. His jumping's decent. His finishing's decent. He's 24. We've still got some room to grow in these areas, but I actually think he'd be our best striker at the moment. Morgan Rogers notwithstanding, because we're having to use him as a striker. Illing Jr. was unhappy with his Pisa loan spell. Right, let's have a chat. See whether that sorts it. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Genuinely don't know how the Leeds game is going to go, because again, in theory, we'll just carry on the run that we've been on. Are Leeds better or worse than Bournemouth? I mean, where are they in the table, actually? Let's have a quick look. Bournemouth are doing pretty badly. Oh, yeah, Leeds directly just above us. So you'd like to think we can, at the very bare minimum, compete against them. Maybe. Or we balls it up again. I am a master of the ballsing up. Very much so. Okay. So we've got players who are not in, so we're going to go to the next match, and we're going to quick pick. So Garcia comes in, Conte and Torres are in, Digne's in as well. In fact, no, Tyrone Mings needs to play. We need him to have some minutes. Dougie Luiz is in, Barkley's in as well. They're the right way around, I think. Want to be on our standard here, so no, they're the wrong way around actually. We want them that way. Barkley can be the playmaker. Dougie Luiz can be the more defensive-minded midfielder. Harvey Elliott on the right, Buendia in the middle, Jadon Sancho on the left, and Ollie Watkins up front. I mean, it's good to get Ollie Watkins in there. Hopefully he can score a goal or two, just to make things a little bit better. That's the hope that I have. And then just thinking of players who we can throw on the bench just to cover gaps. Boyd can go there. Why was 14 all the way down there? That's really weird. We don't have a big under-21 squad, do we? I mean, I know... We really don't, do we? Well, he's not very good. Hemmings, I think he's decent. He's a National League player, but he can come in. Loss, I don't think he's very good. No. Edwards, I don't think he's particularly good. No. Redmond is decent. League One. He can come in, get some game time with the boys. Ruth. Or Routh. Yeah, he can come in. Get these boys on the bench. So they're getting some experience around the first team. Feels like a sensible thing to do. Not many of them are there. What about the under 18s? Kellyman. Well, I'm going to put Kellyman on the bench as well, even though there's only one start. Why not? And who's this guy? Mees. Yeah, go on then. Sure. I'll do. Right. Instant result. Go for it, lads. Let's see how we go. 8-0. That'll do. I'll take that. I'll definitely say that. That's a bit annoying. So Watkins, Sancho, Watkins, Buendia, Sancho, Elliott, Watkins, Torres. Okay, it's good to see Ollie Watkins getting a hat-trick there. Sancho getting a couple of goals as well. Elliott getting one is good, but obviously the injury is not good. Buendia getting one is good as well. That will, as a result in that game, that will do. But Elliott being out is an annoyance that's ended up happening. Leon Bailey will be back. I don't really want to start Leon Bailey. He'll be back on the 19th, which will be well at that point of having him back. See, we're a little bit low on players now in terms of wingers. I don't really feel ready to start Alisson, but we might have to. To be fair, he's 2.5 stars, so he's almost there fitness-wise. So let's do it. Actually, let's give him the chance. Give him the chance. Give him the opportunity. He's got decent finishing, I think. He's 11. Okay, it's not that great, but he's only 19, so you know. Let's give him the opportunity. Yeah, that'll probably end up being the starting 11 for the next game. We'll just get ourselves to that game. We're playing on the Sunday, which gives us an extra day. Not going to complain about that. Tammy's back. Tammy's fit. Ezri's picked up a knock. The Wharton's showing pleasing progress, which is good. Ezri's out for 2 days. That's fine. He'll play. Can live with that. Could absolutely live with that. As if Spurs own the lead of the league on this save. What parallel universe are we in where that is a thing? Utter nonsense is what it is. Utter nonsense. No offense, Spurs fans. I love you, really. Okay, Alisson Edwards. He really likes to complain for a youngster, doesn't he? That's one thing I have noticed. He really does like to complain. Into training for him. Doesn't like the fact that he's training his attacking movement. I've just thought, let's make sure you're training on the right position. Okay. Well, just put him on automatic. I think we need to have a word with him about his development. And then I don't really want to take him off of anything. Pop his shooting on and just see if he likes that. Some poor training ratings here as well, but they are the older players, so I'll forgive it. How are we doing development-wise? Adam, we know he's doing well. Ian's doing well. Anana's doing well. Tammy's doing okay, actually. Ollie's not doing terribly. Jaden's doing okay. Esri's fine. Dougie's fine. Morgan's doing okay. Garcia's a bit mixed. Digne's a little bit mixed. Emmy's a little bit mixed. He is 28, but he's performing steadily, so that's fine. Bogart's doing okay. Martinez is doing okay, although his agility's dropped quite a bit. Bindeloff is doing okay. A little bit of drop from Barkley. A little bit of drop physically from Mings. Bizot's dropping. Kamara, obviously his bravery's dropped quite a bit, but everything else is actually doing all right, all things considered. Harvey Elliott's doing okay. Again, Harvey Elliott is going to be a permanent Villa player at some point soon, which I'm quite happy about. We're willing to spend that money on him. Do you know what? We'll say that. We'll say that. We'll be positive about him. Feels like the wise thing to do. Never look at these. I never ever look at these, but we'll have a look at them. I'm happy with those. Build up was fine. We're playing on high press because that's what we do. The board are still concerned, but the fans are alright with me actually. So if we got sat now, it'd be slightly unpopular. But I think those 2 wins have definitely brought us a stay of execution. But although we're away from home at Ellen Road, we cannot afford to balls it up. We just cannot afford to do it. Right. Player of the week, Esteval. Good for him. Definitely good for him. Okay. Here we are. Let's see how we get on in this one then. Opposition instructions. Let me go back. I'm going to make a habit of doing this from now on. Right. We're trigger to press the goalie and the centre backs as always. Joe Rodon and Strike. And then Derek Calvert-Lewin, we want to put him on his weak foot. So left foot. I'm also tend to say we're going hard on him as well. Okafor, I reckon, going hard on him. Buonanotte, weak foot. Going hard on him apparently. Tanaka, weak foot. Don't want to go in hard on too many players. I don't want to give too many fouls away, so pop you on your right foot. And then Tanaka on his left foot. Aronson, left foot. We'll have him on his left foot as well. Okay. Let me save the game just in case there's any calamities. We know what FM is like. Let's get to it. Leeds United. So Alisson Edward comes into the team. Did okay in pre-season when we used him. The 1 or 2 times we called upon him, he's done all right. In pre-season, he had moments where he looked like he was going to be pretty sharp. So let's give him the opportunity today. It is a bit more out of necessity than it is anything else. I would rather have John McGinn or indeed Harvey Elliott starting. We could have started Leon Bailey, but he's only just coming into the team after injury, so I'm going to go for it. Say that. Focus on the fans. Faith in you. Faith in you. Faith in you. Don't know how this is going to go because, again, I would normally say we've got a really good chance against them, but we've had a poor season. We've turned the corner, though. So you kind of assume with us turning the corner, they're only just ahead of us. They've got a worse goal difference than us. I'd like to think we've got a chance here, a real chance. So let's get into it. And let's see what we can do. And hopefully what we can do is get ourselves 3 very, very, very needed points. Doing pretty well so far. They're giving as good as they're getting, but likewise. Rogers did well with the interception there, but he couldn't really intercept it to anyone, which is a bit of a shame. Okay. Ball down the line to Aronson. A bit concerning that we're just, again, letting them pass through us a little bit here. Long shot. Fluffed his lines, Buonanotte. But we have managed to give away a corner there. They've started off quite well here, Leeds. We need to get a bit of a stranglehold on the game. But at the moment, it is all Leeds. Could really do with getting forward a little bit more purpose. I'm not change anything too much just yet. While off camera, I did set up a more attacking version of this tactic and a more defensive version of this tactic. So we have got an attacking version ready to go should we feel the need. I don't at the moment, but that moment might come. Right, Digne. Looking for Edward, but he's actually managed to get the ball, Edward, there. Now gets it to Cash. Cash now into the box, across to Morgan Rogers. Very close to getting a goal there where we win a corner. The action-packed first 20 minutes of the game. Chances either ends. Remember, we're not fully fixed yet. We're still in the process of trying to fix ourselves. We have turned the game around, though, and we have definitely come back into it. It's a very, very even game. Right, Buendia to Cash. Goes back to Pau Torres. Again, Pau Torres just getting himself involved in stuff. I don't really understand why the game is determined to have Pau Torres be a creative player. Doesn't make any sense. Right, Digne. Chips it forward to Jadon Sancho. And that is 1-0. I don't think there's going to be any offside calls. Not being checked. We lead in the 25th minute. Digne. Beautiful pass on his right foot to Jadon Sancho, who just breaks through the line and makes it 1-0. More of the same, please, boys. We started rocky in this one, but that's a great pass from Digne and an even better finish from Jadon. 1-0, more of the same. More of the same. I'm actually going to change Alisson to an inside winger. So I'm cutting in. Wendia's not really getting involved in much today, which is a bit of a disappointment. It's not the end of the world, but I'd like to see him get involved a bit more. The central midfield guys aren't doing much either. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But again, it's good to see us having sustained periods of pressure. Like a few more highlights in our favour, but again, we're getting there. This is all work in progress. This is all work in progress. It's better than where we were in the first proper episode of the season. Right, Buendia with the corner. Can he find someone's head? No, he can't. Jadon Sancho gets it back to Buendia, though. Buendia into Onana, who just leathers it. It's half-time. We're going to tell Alana never to do that ever again. Good first half from us. We started slowly, but we've gotten better as the time of the game has gone on. Buendia, we need to see him make an improvement. Same with Morgan, actually. Morgan's not been that good today. Tell those guys that can do well. I'll leave everyone else. Right, Onana. I love you, but never ever have a shot ever again. Like, ever again. I'm quite happy for you to pass a bit more, but never again will you shoot. Wendy's really struggled to get into the game, but I feel like his presence there is still helpful. What's his best abilities? Let's just have a quick look. Obviously good at dribbling, which is good. Quite happy for him to hold up the ball and take some more risks. And then move into the channels. Take him off shoot more often. I'll go with that. And then Morgan. Not worried about Morgan, but go and do a bit more shooting. A bit more dribbling. And then I think I'm happy with how we are against them so far. It'll just be interesting to see if they make any changes at half time. It'll be very interesting to see if they make any changes at half time. With that, let's confirm our changes and let's go into the second half. We've won the ball here while I'm looking at this. Right, Alisson Edward. Doing well running the ball here. Cuts it back to Matty. D, cross, looking for Morgan. Morgan will get there, you know. Right, Rogers. Past his man, into Jaden. Good start from us in this half. Onana to Jaden. Back to Onana, back to Digne. Back to Wharton. We're just controlling the ball nicely here. Wharton, we don't go back too far. Back to Cash. Cash. Goes back to Wharton. Gives the ball away. We get the ball back though, Matty Cash. Wharton, Onana. Goes for the long shot. Forces the corner. I mean, I've taken him off. I've told him not to shoot anymore. But if he's going to win us corners, I'm not too mad about it. That's a really good start to the half, considering we didn't have kickoff. I'll take that all day long. I will take that all day long. That was really nicely done. Right. Leeds with possession. We'll try and intercept here as best as we can. Okay, Rodon. We're allowing Rodon to run forward here, but if we can nick the ball off of them, means he's out of position. Buonanotte in. That's 1-1. That's poor defending. Really poor defending. It has got a flag up, though. We have got a flag up, so we might be seeing the goal disallowed. Martinez came out a long way to challenge it. I think it's been disallowed, you know. It has been disallowed. Still 1-0. Still 1-0. Right, going to demand more from the boys. Forward line needs to be working harder. Water needs to be doing a bit more. I need to see a bit more from you guys. Not having many chances at the moment. Neither of us are, to be fair. Buonanotte's had a shocking game, which is great to see. He's literally like watching a basketball game on the minimap. Right. No chances for quite a while. It's just been all played in the middle of the park. So I am tempted to go more attacking just to try and seal the game, because the last thing I want us to do is to find ourselves like being caught out by complacency. Don't want that to happen. So we're going to go very intense. I'm going to take Buendia off. He's not had a good game. I'm going to keep Rogers on. But no, do you know what? I'm going to do a swap. Rogers can go back to attacking midfield. And Watkins can come on. We'll give him a chance. He got a hat-trick in the other game, so let's give him the opportunity. Wharton's going to come off for Douglas Luiz. And Alisson's not having a great game, so I'll keep it as it is for now, but Leon Bailey's in my mind to bring on as well. So we'll go with that as the changes. I will change Rogers to an attacking midfielder, though. We will have him shooting more. He's already shooting more, which is brilliant. Fab. We'll go with that. Let's just try and force the issue a little bit more. Let's try and get the ball off these guys. Buendia did really well there, actually. Right, Morgan Rogers holding the ball up nicely. Gets to Alisson. Alisson goes past his man. He did really well there, Alisson. Really well indeed. Right, Buendia to Rogers. I might be cancelling all of my changes in a minute. Ball through to Jadon Sancho. What an opportunity that was. Really, really well done by the boys. We are taking a few of those players off now. I'm going to continue with that. But let's just try and squeeze them a little bit. Just push them a little bit more. Be a little bit more urgent. Just try and force that second goal just to hopefully seal the game. I mean, I'll take a 1-0 win, don't get me wrong, but I'd like a second goal. Right, can Torres win the ball? He can. Anana now to Dougie Luiz. Dougie out wide to Digne. Digne does really well. Gets it to Sancho. Sancho to Watkins. Watkins should be burying those, but he doesn't. So disappointing. And now we let Leeds have the ball, and now they're on a counter-attack here. We have got bodies back, unfortunately. The highlight does end. I just want to make sure that we are covering all of their players. So we've taken off a fair few. So James Justin's come on that side. Nonso, I think he's right-footed, so let's pop him on his left. Does he like a tackle? Not really. Nemeka, left foot. Does he like a tackle? Not really. And Gruev likes a tackle, but he's only on his left foot, so let's press him onto his right. Okay, let's just have a look. We made 2 changes. Let's make a couple more. I just don't want to get red cards. So Garcia and Lindelof on. Get rid of those yellow cards. Edward is shattered. It's not really done a lot, so I'm going to bring on Leon Bailey. Watkins, to no one's surprise, has had a poor game. To no one's surprise. I am tempted to put Rodgers back up front. It would involve shifting everyone around there, so no, we're going to leave it as it is. I think we'll go back to this. And I'm going to shift Onana back to defensive midfield. Just for a little bit of cover. Just for a little bit of cover. That way we're still trying to get a win, but we've also not been defensively negligent. Is my theory. Don't know if it's a good theory, but it's my theory. Make sure these are the right way around in this one. Yeah, they're not the right way around at all. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Again, I don't want to necessarily go to balanced, the more defensive tactic, because we've still got to try and see the game out, but also anything can happen. I'd rather us get a goal. But I think... Okay, we're wasting time now. I think that's a point. Away from home at Ellen Road, with the form that we've been in, that's a 3rd win on the bounce, considering the shocking start that we had to the season. That's a really good result. It genuinely is. I'll say that. Acknowledge that we've not played very well, but we've got the result. And the most important thing there is that we got the result. And again, it's our forward line that's the problem. Defensively, we did a great job. We got a clean sheet as well. When's the last time we had a clean sheet when scoring a goal? And we're turning Jadon Sancho into a superhero at Villa, which he isn't in real life. But we are turning him into an absolute superstar, which is lovely to see. To the point where we might have to consider trying to get a deal done for him in the summer. I don't think we can afford his wages, but we'll have to consider it. Right, the next game is going to be the game against PAOK. So, again, European game, important game. Another one we need to win in an ideal world. So, let's get ourselves set up for that. Harvey Elliott's obviously going to miss out. John McGinn is obviously going to miss out. We don't have another winger. We're going to have to put Wendy out wide, which is not the end of the world in doing that at all. It's not the end of the world. We're lacking in an attacking midfielder, though. I don't really want to put Morgan Rodgers there, because at the moment he's the only player who's playing competently as a striker. But we are. This is where the registration rules really come and bite us, isn't it? Because we just don't have a player who's fit who can play there. McGinn's not going to be fit. Kamara doesn't play in the position. Elliott's injured. I don't have anyone who can play there. Other than Buendia, but we need him on the wing because we don't have anyone else to play on the wing. it's going to have to be Rodgers, isn't it? To be fair, Rodgers was playing okay in the last game as an attacking midfielder, so we're going to have to do that, just out of pure necessity. Tammy is fit to come on the bench, which is good. It's got to be a couple of youngsters, isn't it? This is the thing. Gonna have to put a couple of youngsters on the bench. Lots. Not good enough. That Redmond. That's 2 holes. Pavey, no. Morland, no. Lynch. No. Hayward, I mean, he's the best of a bunch who are not at the level needed for this. It's just so unfortunate we've had the injuries that we've had. And we had the registration issues that we had as well. But that is going to be the starting lineup for the next game. It's going to have to be. I mean, I could play Rodgers on the wing, but we're not going to do that. I think it's safe to say that Ollie's probably going in the summer. I've had enough of him. Tell you what we will do. We'll put Bogard on the problem with putting Bogard on there. Let's put Bogard on there. And we'll kind of class him and Maatsen as central midfielders or defensive midfielders. It's a bit of a stretch, but they can both play those positions. And then, I think, to be fair, Dougie can play as an attacking midfielder if it's absolutely necessary. And I actually think he'd do a half-decent job. So we've got him as the backup attacking midfielder as well. So let's consider him as that. Then the only thing we don't really have to be comfortable is a winger. So if I just throw someone who's more than 1 star on as a winger, then I'll be happy. If we've got such a thing. It's going to be Cameron, isn't it? It's going to have to be Cameron Brannigan. It's Cameron. I've not just made that up, is it? Cole. I just made him up. Oh, Cameron Brannigan, wasn't he? He was a Liverpool youngster for years who was meant to have potential. Right. I mean, that's going to be the team. Let me rest the boys. Let's give them a cheeky little break. The Europa League. I don't have called it a Champions League before, but it's obviously the Europa League. European football. Just stuffed that up completely. Thought better take off under 21s. Rest of these guys for... We'll give them just a 1-day break. And then the guys who are unregistered, I'll give you to... I won't give you a break, actually. I'll leave you guys. Right. Okay. Let's get to the park game. Let's see whether we can get a 4th win in a row. Jadon Sancho, player of the week, but playing much worse than average. Well, that doesn't seem like it makes much sense here, lads. A lot of our players are not playing the amount of football that they've been agreed to. Right. Attacking free kicks and defending corners. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to change that to final third, and that's a high press, because again, that's what we do. And it's our final third that needs the work, to be honest. It's not the build-up. We're building up fine. It is not the build-up. So let's focus on something other than that. So Kamara's nearly back, which is great. John McGinn's back in between now, well, within 2 weeks. And Harvey Elliott's back within 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, we're back to relative full strength. And all of a sudden, we've got a squad to choose from. Despite our defensive woes and offensive woes, we've got players to choose from to try and make things happen. Right. View team selection. We've got to make some interesting choices, but I'm quite confident in that team. We'll just see whether Buendia can do a bit more. Rogers can do okay from that position, and if Watkins can do a job as well. I could start Douglas Luiz from attacking midfield instead of Watkins, but we need to give Watkins a chance at some point. That will be our half-time change if Ollie just isn't doing it. That will be our half-time change, because Ollie's now at full fitness. There's no more excuses for Ollie Watkins to not perform at this point. Right. Giacomakis is better on his weak foot. Constantelius, probably. Weak foot. Pelkas weak foot. Hard on Pelkas. Hard on Mate. Zivkovic we need to do something with, because he's a tricky customer. I think we'll pop him on his right foot. Constantelius. Left foot. Giacomakis, left foot. Pelkas, left foot. Look at Bianco. Don't know anything about him. Mate, don't know anything about him. And we'll leave the other guys. Cool. Emergency save, just in case. You know what FM's like. Particularly FM26. Right. Make sure we've got this right. Again, we want to make sure he's got the freedom to do what he wants to do. We'll have him pressing more often. Along with Ollie. There's the one going around as well. There we go, it's more like it. Alright. Let's get to it. Very winnable game. Very, very winnable game. No excuses for not winning this one, but we've said that before and we've not won them. So, hopefully, with the form that we've been having, that's just going to push us into a position where we can do well. The Dejan Lovren's still playing, by the way. Number 6, formerly of Liverpool. What is that all about? Did he play for Southampton as well? I've got a feeling he played for Southampton, then Liverpool. Let's say that one. Try and relax them a little bit. And then we'll tell them that we've got a bit of faith in them. So, Europa League. Just as a reminder, we are not doing particularly well in the Europa League. From the 21st. So we need to get some results on the board, and really we need to be starting today. PAOK are also having a poor start, so this is battle of the slow starters. What we're hoping is we can just get in there and be like, actually, we're better than this. Right, Cash. That's the ball from Buendia. He has got Buendia with him. Goes around his man, actually, Matty Cash. Buendia is still there. He's not come as close as he could have done, but Wharton's there instead, looking for Jadon Sancho. What a cross that is from Adam Wharton, and Jadon Sancho scores again. It's 3 in 5 for Jadon Sancho. And we are seriously getting to the point where we might have to consider a permanent deal for him. I've just realised the table's still in the way. Let's get rid of that. And Adam Wharton is starting to really justify his inclusion and his transfer fee with passes like that. That was sensational, lovely stuff, and we lead, and that is exactly what we needed. Actually, XG wise and possession wise, it's all about them at the moment, so we've done really well with that. Torres decided to have a little burst there and just pass it to Onana, which is great. Right, Conser coming forwards. Don't want you guys to come too far forwards, to be honest with you. I'd like you to just pass the ball to more creative guys. Right, Onana finds Digne. What a pass that was from Onana. Cross goal. It's an own goal. I don't care how they come, I'll take it. Take it all day long. That is exactly the good luck that we've not been having. And Ollie Watkins is in and around here. He's causing the problems. This defender, I think, is focused on the fact that Ollie's there, but he ends up being a miscommunication with the defender and the goalkeeper. I'm giving Ollie credit. His racing went up. I'm giving Ollie credit for that one. Along with, obviously, Luca Digne and his passing ability. Oh, it feels good to be scoring goals. Right, can we get a third? Second scored by ourselves. Can we get that? I'd like it if we could. We are definitely playing well. We're taking a while to actually get the chances today. To the point where I'm debating whether we maybe go a bit more attacking in the second half. Just to force things. Also, Ollie Watkins is on a 6.7. That is practically unheard of so far in this save. For him to be on such a lofty rating. It genuinely brings a tear to the eye to see that he actually can have a reasonable, unterrible game so far. He's gone down to 6.6. It's all ruined. That's a good start. We need to do a bit more, so I think we will go attacking. I'm going to say very much as much to them, actually. Ollie Watkins, I'll say keep going. I'm not going to go too hard on him. I'm going to tell Morgan I'm not happy. And then these guys who are not in the green, we'll just have a quick word with them to keep going. I'll leave everyone else. Do we shift it to attacking? I mean, it's 2-0, so we could keep it here, but we've been 2-0 up before and lost it. We're still not completely out of the woods. And to be fair, we switched the attacking tactic in the last game, and we did look good for it. So I think we do it. I think we go for it. And we just see how we get on. Buendia's not playing terribly. Let's change him to an inside winger again. And then I'm just thinking, what do we do? Do we keep Watkins on, or do we make the change and have Morgan Rogers back as the striker? First of all, he needs to be the attacking midfielder. Yep, happy with that. But the only real thing we can then do is bring on Dougie Luiz as the attacking midfielder, which he's not really that, so he's not played badly enough yet to warrant me taking him off. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Is there anything we can do to help him along? I'll tell you what, I'm going to take him off and make more runs. Let's just have him like that. Is he pressing? He is pressing. Good. Let's go with that. And we'll go again in the second half. Let's try and force a third. Just so we've got a little bit more breathing room. Get a few more chances. Because we've not actually had that many chances. And we've only had the one on target. Well, we've all just doubled that. And we're having more chances now, which is good. We'll probably concede more chances playing this way. But it's fine. As long as we get more than them and score more than them. That's the way that we're playing our football at the moment. Right, Watkins and Rogers are both struggling out there. So I think we are going to make the change pretty much now. And we will bring Douglas Luiz on. And I mean, he doesn't really play as an attacking midfielder, but if he were to, I'd like to actually bring him up. There we go. So, attacking midfielder, that's fine. We'll take his finishing off. But I'm happy for him to take more risks. We'll take dribble more off. We'll have him making more runs. Getting into the box. And we'll go with that. Right, Buendia with the free kick. Gets to Cash, gets to Douglas Luiz. Set himself up for a shot. Morgan Rogers has ended up deflecting it in somehow. And I don't really understand how. need to see that again. I have no idea what happens here. So it's a nice routine that works. So Douglas Luiz, this is meant to be a shot. It's deflected, and Morgan just gets his head on it. Really good instincts from Morgan Rogers there. And as soon as he goes to striker, he puts it in the back of the net. I mean, I'm not putting it down to my positional fiddling, but I'm just saying, I changed him to striker. He immediately scored. Almost like I'm a tactical genius in disguise, and the rest of this season so far has just been for the story. Right, Wharton counter-attacking here is not necessarily my choice for a counter-attacker, but you know, it's fine. Okay, now we're getting kind of better to where we were. Oh, Buendia just heavy touch, loses the ball. Bit of a shame there. Right, can we intercept? Yes, we can. Digne to Sancho. Onana. Getting to Buendia. Buendia. Pass to Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz looked like he was born to play as an attacking midfielder, and he's gone and made it 4. We're flying all of a sudden. Four games in a row, this will be. 4 in a row that we've won. We've been desperately, desperately hoping that we can get on a run just to sort things out. And we're finally doing it, which is good. We really needed to. We really, really needed to. Bournemouth, it was Leeds, and then I've forgotten the team it was against in the Europa League, but it was another one. Oh, it was Go Ahead Eagles. And now PAOK. Results we desperately need. Matty Cash going to get on in the action. He nearly does, you know. He nearly does. Who can blame him for wanting to go? We're 4-0 up. Everyone getting on the action. Douglas Luiz has come on and made a massive impact. Again, I'm not suggesting that we're 4-0 up because of my tactical prowess. However, I brought him on into an unfamiliar position, and look at what he's doing. Right, Garcia's going to come on even though he's complacent. We'll try and talk that out of him. I'm just looking at fitness more than anything. I don't have any wingers is the problem. So Sancho and Buendia are going to have to suck it up, Buttercup. Maatsen could come on. I'm actually thinking Maatsen maybe as a midfielder, because he can play there. He could come on as the playmaker. Now to possession. Not particularly good defensive midfielder, but he can do the job. What about Bogarts? I mean, he could just do all of those positions, so maybe Bogard. Let's bring him on. I haven't played him much, so let's get Lamar on there for Onana. And then I've still got another stoppage where I can make a couple more substitutions. So there's no pressure on them, because we're 4-0 up. There's no pressure on them. There actually isn't for once. It's not a lie. It's not a lie in any way, shape or form. Right. Or we win the ball beautifully there. This is more like it. That's the defending that we were not doing when we were shot of confidence. Right, Digne. Big ball looking for Buendia. Doesn't find him. But Wharton is going to get on the end of it and just leathered it. I mean, when we were struggling to get goals, that would have made me cross. I'm not cross anymore. Because we're doing better finally. I'm relieved. Genuinely, towards the end of the last stream, I was convinced we were going to get sacked from this job, and then we've just turned it around. 4 wins on the bounce in all competitions is going to absolutely have done us the world of good. And then we've got Wolves at home coming up, who we need revenge on from the elimination in the Carabao Cup as the next game. So I am genuinely feeling better about it. Right, we need to make... Well, we don't need to make a change, but I do feel like we should. I'm going to take Morgan off for Tammy. Let's give Tammy a chance as a centre forward. And then for my final trick, Maatsen, Lindelof or Mings. I'll bring Mings on for a few minutes. And say that. I tell you what as well, I am going to drop these 2 back. I'm not going to change much tactically because we don't need to. Just for a bit of defensive stability. I'd like to get a clean sheet on this one. So just a little bit of defensive stability compared to what we did have. Oh, we're on attacking, aren't we? Let's shift us back to positive. We might as well. Let's shift us back to positive. Make sure they're the right way around. They're the right way around. We'll move these two down as well. As we were going to. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's just see the game out with that. In fact, I am going to go down to balanced as well. Let's just conserve some energy. We don't need to worry too much about anything. We don't even need to worry if they get a couple of chances here. We've had them in our pockets all game. There we go. 4-0. That, genuinely, from where we were a couple of streams ago to where we are now, that is exactly what we needed. Now, what does that do to the table? I mean, we were all the way down the bottom here. Where are we? Where are we? We're up to 13th now. So, at the very least, we're in the playoff places where we were not that before. So, the recovery is happening. The comeback is on. The recovery is well underway. That was a very good win. That was a good performance. I'm really happy with that, actually. I'm really happy with that. Because we played worse against worse teams. So again, just as a reminder for fixtures, the start of the season at Newcastle there. Obviously, ignore the friendly there. That was a shocking start to the season. We just could not buy goals. And when we did get goals, we conceded them. To have it turned around to that extent, obviously ignore the friendly in the middle. That was for purely for morale purposes. That was great. So now we've got Wolves. And then after that, we've got Brighton away. That will be trickier. That could be one we may not win. Arsenal at home is going to be tough as well. But then we've got Bodo Glimt and West Ham, which are two as winnable as the Brighton game, in that we have got a good chance of winning, but they could also trip us up a little bit. I cannot tell you the relief, though, genuinely. I cannot tell you the relief. Okay, that's the rest of this week. Let's just do next week's training. It's a 2-game week, Wednesday to Saturday. That is literally how my schedule is built. That's perfect, other than it will miss out this day, but that's okay. So let's have that be rest. Have that be rematch review. I'd rather that be a chance conversion, because again, that's where we have struggled all season long. And then we'll have that be set pieces. Let's see if we can get a cheeky set piece against Arsenal, and then that week it's going to be another 2-gamer rather. So that'll be chance conversion. We'll have UBA shot stopping, and we'll have, tell you what, we'll have a bit of a full week that week. We've got the 1 game against Man United there. 1G. That will be attacking direct, so we will have it as that. It's obviously going to be a match review. Tell you what, let's have you be the chance conversion. Let's have you be distribution. We'll put another attacking in. I'm going to put attacking wings in. Go with that, and then everything may get messed about around this period, but we'll just put that in just so it's there. And have that be attacking direct again. Is that our defensive shape? Maintain defensive shape. Tell you what, that week we'll change to engaged. In fact, both of those weeks we'll do that, because we very much do press the team, so that is the definition of what we'd be looking to do there. That's okay. Oh, I need to rest the players. Need to rest the players. Let's do that. Right. Training, rest players. We've got 2 days for Wolves, so we'll rest them for 1 game because I've forgotten to do it. So we'll see how fit they are, but we are going to have more players this time because obviously Ross Barkley and Leon Bailey will be available. Rodgers will start up front again. Get rid of Brannigan. for Ross. Allison can come back in as well. Bogard did pretty well, actually. I'm pretty happy with how Bogard performed out there as the midfielder. So maybe we consider him that in the future. I'm going to keep Ollie on the bench because, again, Ollie has got the ability to play as a winger. So maybe we just need to reinvent Ollie a little bit. Lindelof and Bailey are going to miss out. Kamara is nearly back. He will be... Someone will be looking to get into the team as soon as possible. Having said that, though, Anana's done a decent job. I've actually... The last couple of games, I've been alright with him. Surprisingly so, I've actually been alright with him. No one is more surprised about that than I. Okay. Get to that Wolves game. Again, they are the team that knocked us out of... no. Cancel. I want to do match preparation. There we go. Right. Yes, there we go. So taking free kicks and corners... They reckon we should focus on build-up. I'm intrigued by that. I am intrigued by that. So I think our build-up will be fine. I'm going to focus on our high press. Because again, we are a high-pressing team. In possession, build-up. Again, I think we're still at the point where we need to be focusing on our finishing because it's still our weakest area. The board are now satisfied and the fans are now pleased. We have turned things around, which is good. General performance is now up to average, so we are recovering the situation quite nicely. We just need to continue doing that. I just want to have a quick look at our set pieces again. Starting 11. So, yeah. We've still got Pau Torres in and around the box here for our corners. I just realised I didn't do it for these, did I? Because Pau Torres is going to be over here. For some reason, the game loves to have Pau Torres be a creative player. He's always considered to be like the player to come short, and he's not worth that. I don't know why he's doing that. So we're going to have to be somewhat creative to try and sort that out. So the come short is Pau. Really, I want him to be attacking the ball from the edge of the area. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna... Again, he's defaulted to here. But it means I can't have anyone here. So, at the moment, cannot have anyone coming short because whoever it is will be Pau Torres. I don't know of a way. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember now. Right. Creators. I heard a hello there. Jacob, thank you so much for the follow. That's really appreciated, man. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Don't know if you've been lingering around for a little while before you've done that. But if not, welcome. Really appreciate it. You're in as we are undergoing a bit of a turning point in the save. So you've come in at the moment where I'm finally starting to get stuff done, hopefully. But where's... Am I missing Pau Torres' name there? His name's not there. Why is he... Okay, let me... So, come short. Pau Torres. We can all see Pau Torres there. It was going awfully up until the end of the last stream, and so far on this one. We've won 4 games in a row, and we're at the end of November. But we had only won 1 game all season before that. It had gone so badly wrong, and I can't explain to you why. No, I can. That's a lie. We couldn't finish. Ollie Watkins couldn't finish. Tammy Abraham couldn't finish. We're currently at the point where Morgan Rogers is our striker, but he's actually scoring goals, so it is working. But I'm trying to work out why the game has got Pau Torres down as a creator in set pieces. Like, he's not a creator. He's just not. Where is he? He's not anywhere along here. He's got to be on aerial threat, surely. That happens to me when my striker just never scores. Literally, Ollie Watkins and Tammy have both been woeful. But we're starting to... We're turning it around, which is good. Right, priority list. Okay. So what I'm getting from here is... Where is he? Because he's not on this list. I'm not seeing him. Okay, assign creators. Okay, I'm quite happy with that list. I'm quite happy with that list, but if I now go to... That's the wrong thing. If I now go to set plays... If I go to this routine here, this is going to be number 14. It's still number 14. So that hasn't done anything. Like, where is he? Okay, let me put Emi Buendia to the top of this list. I don't understand how to add players into this bit. There's got to be a way to do it that I'm clearly missing. But the fact that he's not even in aerial threats is baffling to me. Actually baffling to me. Why is he not in this part of the list? Where is he? Where's he gone? He's not anywhere. He's literally not anywhere. I don't understand. Oh, I don't understand where he is. He's in the starting 11 as well, so it's not even like that's the problem. But he always comes up there. It basically means I can't have him in the box. And he will always default to this if I only have one player here. It ruins the tactic. It actually ruins the tactic a little bit. I don't know how to change it. That's the thing. Don't know if there is a way to change it. It just bugs out for some reason that he... Again, this is not what it clicks on. But it is what it clicks on. It's not what I meant to click on. It just means I can't do a short corner because the short corner will always have Pau Torres there. No matter what I do. If I have a player here as a creator, it puts Pau Torres as a creator. What happens if I click on one of these other boxes? Does he magically appear now? Dignier, Elliott, Rogers, Louise, McGinn, Matson, Garcia, Watkins, Wharton, Tammy, Onana, Mings, Bogard, Kamara, Lindelof, Konsa. Every player is down as a creator apart from Pau Torres. Pau Torres doesn't exist on this list. Okay, just asking to assign all categories. That's done it. That's fixed it. Oh my god, finally. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Okay, right. Well, the tactic's not ruined anymore. That's okay. Hopefully. Well, we'll see. So now he's one of these guys. He's now #1 aerial threat, as he probably should be. What is it with this football manager? Seriously. What is it with this football manager? Right. We'll have you lurk outside centre. And D3 will have you lurk outside centre, which is Matty Cash. I don't really want it to be Matty Cash. Who are the other two? Ace and 12. It's Digne and Wharton. Do you know what? I want it to be Digne. So, I'll tell you what. You can be... that. The thought process with that is Digne's got a long shot on him. So, if we get the ball, take it short, and it goes to here, and we get it to here, you can just leather it. So we'll do the same for this one as well. Stay back if needed. Look outside sensor. Stay back. There we go. And that should I consider making set pieces in FM? To be honest with you, it's a minefield. And oh my god, it's still Pau Torres on this one. Okay, it's fine. I just need to do the thing again. It's okay. It's a minefield, and it can be incredibly infuriating at times because there's so many things that can go into whether it works or not, that sometimes you'll do it and you won't see any fruits of your labor. But it might be because your players aren't very good at set pieces, or you just have the wrong people in the wrong places. I think that it's definitely worth looking at, because I think if you leave them as they are, what you'll probably find is... Michael Adina, number 2, thank you so much for the follow. I would say it's worth doing it. It's worth giving it a go. However, I'd probably look around and... check what people have said about set pieces, check what people have put online about them on YouTube. I would check some videos just to see how other people have done them, because there's definitely some patterns that you can follow that will get you more success with them, which is the same as it has been in previous FMs as well, ever since they've done the set piece creator. For example, since then I've always done near post, and I don't always have good success at them, but when I do have success, it's usually a near post. What I tend to do is, I just, for my own peace of mind, I think, well, what would I hate if I was a manager of another team? I would hate if the set pieces were different every time. So I've got 3 different routines. You can see they're all set to equal amount of time. 2 of them are near post in swingers, 1 of them is short corner, but the middle one, which is a near post in swinger, is set up with personnel in the same positions as the short corner. So when you set up like that, you don't know whether I'm going short or not. If I'm set up like that, I'm going short, but the added fact is I've got an extra body in the box, so it works out quite nicely. Right, I need to do the same thing for this one as well. My frustration has been very much that the game has been defaulting my centre back as one of my creative players. I don't know why it's been doing it. However, I've now discovered that if I click that, it will change it. And as you can see, now we have Pau Torres here, where it was stuck here and I couldn't do anything about it before. So that's good. So that's problem solved. Yeah, long story short, yes, I would do it. Don't be afraid to get it wrong. You will learn stuff. You will learn things not to do. The worst thing for me is defending. I haven't really touched my defensive instructions on corners. I've kind of just left it as it is. To be honest, I did amend this as well, because again, I had the Pau Torres problem. I probably will still have the Pau Torres problem when I do this. So edge of the area. Oh no, it's fixed it. There we go. You can see number 19. So that was number 14 before, which was really annoying. Now, I think Pau Torres is still low on this list, isn't he? So he's considered A7. He's marking the near post. But you can see my best defenders are all player marking. And then I've got a couple of guys that we're going to zonally mark, and then marking the near post and go back. I'll be honest with you, touch wood, I'm going to concede one against Wolves now I've said this. Don't typically concede corners with the setup. And this is not really with many amendments. The only amendments I've made is that we've got a player staying forward and we've got a counter-attacking player who can just launch the ball forward if he gets the opportunity to. I am, however, going to just change this so we've got him over here just to maybe stretch the play a little bit. Defending free kicks, I have no idea. I genuinely don't. It's a bit of a scramble as to whether it works or not. I don't really know how best to have it set up, so it is what it is. Let's have you be that. Yeah, I'll leave everything else because it's been working for me so far. But yeah, long story short, again, have a go at it. Look around and see what other people are doing, see what works, and don't be afraid for it to go a little bit wrong, because you can learn from that. Michael, again, apologies. You came kind of in the middle of a conversation there, so apologies. But thank you again so much for following. As I've been saying to Jacob, the save has been going pretty poorly up until the last 4 games. Ignore the friendly in the middle. We'd only won the 1 competitive game all season since starting against Newcastle. It had been a poor one, but we've turned the corner. So let's carry on and let's see whether we can continue that corner. One of those losses, by the way, was against Wolves in the Carabao Cup. We've got Wolves next. We're looking to avenge it. It's at our place. Let's batter them. That's the plan. Apologies, any Wolves fans, but I'm gonna try and do you. Actually, don't mind Wolves. FM24. My last save was like a journeyman road to glory. Like a manager journeyman. So we started as a lower league club. We took moves as we thought were the right thing to do, and one of the clubs we had the most success at was Wolverhampton. We won the Premier League, we won trophies with them. We didn't win the Champions League. We got to a Champions League semi-final, so we did quite well with them. So I've got a bit of a soft spot still from that save, but we want to wreck them. We want to wreck them this time, very much so. Right, tactical advice. Well, we've already done the Wolves one actually, so that's okay. Okay, Kamara is now fit again. He will not be playing. We're not going to risk him. We're going to make sure he comes back fully fit, because he was a big part of our defence doing so well at the start of the season, even though our attack was not firing. Olaf Moberg is still mad enough about us, despite the fact we've won 4 on the bounce. I mean, I feel a little bit aggrieved at that, to be honest with you. Right, we're going to put Wendy back into the middle. We're going to have Allison come back in to the wing. I've just realised I think he's going to be down as a winger, but we've changed his position, so let's change it to inside winger. And let's get this sorted. So they're playing 3 at the back. They're playing quite defensively, so we are going to struggle to break them down to a degree. I'll press the keeper and press the centre backs. I'm actually going to do something I used to do, which I'm not going to press the middle centre back. We're going to leave him, and we're going to press these 2. Because whoever he passes the ball to, we're on them. Straight away. Quite happy to leave him to do what he wants to do. And they're both not... If one of them had an only on their preferred foot, I would have done something with that. James Milner's joined them, by the way, which I find quite interesting. Their 2 strikers really caused us problems last time, so we're going to try and be a little bit more conservative with them. Andre and Joe Gomez we need to really be careful of, because they are a good pair of midfielders. So we're going to pop both onto their left foots. Joe Gomez likes to tackle, as does to a degree Andre. We'll just keep with weak foots for now. Mohamed, right foot, pop him on his left. Hwang Ki-chan, pop him onto his left. It was mostly Mohamed, so I think we need to... Our right-sided defender probably needs to deal with that, which is going to be Esri Konsa. So, next match. Konsa. Don't normally do this, but... There we go. So he's going to mark him. Okay, do an emergency save. We all know what football manager's like. Let's make sure that we don't lose any progress, especially with the run that we've had. Don't want to lose that. So, that's the 11, I think. Let me just have a quick look. Again, Kamara won't be involved. Mings on the bench. Garcia, Matson, Bogard, Dougie Louise, Barkley, Watkins, Abraham. Yeah, I think with the players available, that's going to be the right selection. I mean, we could put Bailey on the bench because he's an out-and-out winger to put on. But I want to give Watkins a chance. I want him to have an opportunity to play himself into the team. So I think we'll leave it as that. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm batter Wolves. Get a bit of revenge. It's the plan anyway, and whether it actually works out like that is another matter entirely. Okay. We'll say that one. Pick up where we left off. It's just another game for us. Just go out there and just win. And we can go attacking if we feel like we need to. So we've got that as an option. And if we go ahead by a few goals, we can always go to the kind of standard play, balanced. But this is going to be a struggle because of how defensive their system is set up. It's weird. I mean, that is strange. So they're set up like this. And then the fullbacks go back. One of the centre-backs goes forwards. And it turns into a diamond. I mean, it's working for them, clearly. They're having a good start so far. That is a weird kind of flip kind of between the two. But they are definitely... They're actually playing better than us at the moment, which is a bit of a concern. They absolutely did us the first game we played against them. So we do need to be careful here. Right, we have a highlight. Digne, Buendia, Digne. Been a bit of a superstar for us, Digne, recently. Whipped in, looking for Alisson, doesn't find him. And now Joe Gomez has the opportunity to counter-attack for Wolves. Ball down the line to Mohamed. Big ball forward to Hwan Hee-chan. That's got to be offside. That's got to be offside. Ref, that's got to be offside, surely. That has got to be offside. It's not. It's really not. Right. I'm wasting 0 time. I'm not having this. I'm not having it end against Wolves. Attack. Straight away, we're going attacking. I'm not having us have our run ended by Wolves. They've had so many chances against us. We're at home as well. This is actually not a good performance at all. Right, Sancho. Just run with it, mate. Just run with it. So he launches to Buendia. That's even better, actually. Right. Buendia, just don't lose it. Why has he had the shot there? He's got people coming up with him. Oh, my God. This has been a shocker so far. With the run that we've had, I looked at this game and thought this was the easiest out of that run. It's turning into anything but. Right. Boys, we need to get the ball off of them. Right. Get the ball back. Lovely. Right, Buendia. Sancho. Sancho loses the ball. We managed to come out with it, though. That's good. Right, Sancho gets it back again. Into Buendia. Buendia. Oh, could have really done with Morgan making a run there, but Alisson's got the ball. Went for a stupid shot, but we get the ball back, which is good. Right. Let's not do that again. Rodgers, Buendia. Out wide to Digne. Digne into Rodgers. Poor finish from Rodgers. But this is more like it. We're playing better. But I'm going to actually berate the boys in a minute. We're definitely starting to get better as the game has gone on, but they just shell-shocked us to begin with. Considering we're away from home, it's kind of shocking. Sorry, we're at home rather. They're away from home. It's kind of shocking just how well they've started. Right, ball through to Buendia. That's lovely. Into Morgan Rodgers. 1-1. That is more like it. That is more like it. More of that, please. Thank you. Buendia starting to come good again as the free roll. And Rodgers again. We've not seen Ollie or Tammy doing any of that whatsoever. Any of that at all. So that really does make me feel better. I still can't believe the start the Wolves had. I mean, the shots they had obviously weren't of good quality, because even though we've had 5 shots less and we've had 2 less on target, our XG is higher than theirs. So clearly there's something to that. We are a little bit all over them at the moment, but that's not guaranteed to last, because we know that they've got a goal in them. Right. Say that one. Just take it easy. Matchcash for the poor one. We'll tell him that. Hopefully he'll recover. We'll challenge him to do better. Sancho's not had a great game. Neither has Alisson. And then You guys will just say that. Right. Is there anything we can do differently? What about Juan? We're going hard on Juan. He's going all over the place. He's causing problems. In fact, both of them are causing problems. I'd like to see what their ratings are, but I don't think there's a way for me to see that at the moment. They had a really poor season as well, so if we don't win this game, I'll be really annoyed. Right, let's just pause right now. Sure, there's a way to see Wolves' stats here. No, there's clearly not, is there? Right, okay. Ball begins. Wolves in possession. Right. So, Tati's the only one who's having a good game other than the two strikers. Everyone else is average or worse. I'm thinking, let's put ourselves down the right-hand side. And just keep pushing Milner. He's not having a great game. He's older. Let's target him a little bit. Andre should be on his weaker foot. Going strong on James. And we're going to press him as well. We're going to try and come down here a little bit more. I'll just see whether that maybe does anything. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Want to ideally give Milner a rough time of it. We're definitely playing well, but we are running out of time to get a winner here. Okay, I'm going to move things around a little bit. Buendia's going to go out wide. He did well in the last game out wide, so I'm not against giving him the chance. And then I'm actually going to bring Douglas Luiz on again, because he did a really good job last time coming in. So we'll give Dougie Luiz the chance. Matty Cash will come off for... Tell you what, he's going to come off for Concert. Concert can... He'll just be a wing back, it's fine. Mings can come on, we'll swap Mings and Torres around. I'll just make sure that this still not marking him anymore. How good is that guy actually? How is he quick? He's not quick, so I'm gonna say let's actually have do it on this one. What are you 2 rounds? Take you off for Mings. I'm actually gonna keep Mings on this side. And then what we're gonna do is have Mings be the one marking him. Tighter. I'll leave that at that. I'll make sure that you're playing as a wing back. Then pressing full back. Cool. Right, any other changes? Anana's not playing particularly well. I was going to make this change, wasn't I? Let's just go back and make sure that is definitely made. Anana's not playing particularly well. I don't know whether bringing on Bogard in this game is a good idea. He did okay in the last game. Composed, to be fair, and Anana is on a yellow card. So, you know what? Let's give him the chance. That's all we can do is give him the opportunity. Sancho's not having a particularly good game, but I will leave it for the time being. Let's just say that one. Motivate them. Got some good motivation there. Let's just see whether we can get something from this one. Fire the boys up. A draw's not the end of the world considering how we were doing, but I'd like to think we've got enough to beat Wolves today. It does feel like we're really struggling to get the ball over the line now. Right. Sancho has had a good run of games, but he's coming off. Ollie Watkins is going to come on. And he's going to be an inside forward. Don't want to go too crazy. Just thinking Martinez really has had a poor game. Again. That has been a kind of a trend this season with Martinez. He's just not been very good. Douglas Luiz really... it's down as a free roll. Because I changed it and then when I went to the other screen it didn't save anything. Right. Let's do that. Just hoping Watkins can come in and just cause some chaos in the final 10 minutes. Is there anything else we can do tactically? We're passing into space, but I don't necessarily know whether that's doing anything. We'll have this onto balanced. We'll kind of go a bit of everywhere now. We're looking for overlaps on the right. Again, because the right-hand side has definitely felt like the right position. Right, we're just saving that just to again have a look. Is Milner still on the pitch? He is still on the pitch. And they've brought Matt Doherty on. They've taken Gomez off. Brought this guy on, who I'm just going to go in hard on. Echan's had the best game for them. Okay, let's go with that. They're so defensive. I just find it really difficult to score against them. And the fact that we've been struggling scoring goals anyway. I mean, obviously recently we've done better, but can we just get a final winner? I think we're going to just be getting a draw today. I mean, I'm disappointed with that, but we didn't lose. And that is the most important thing at the end of the day. Roger's got a goal. Buendia got an assist. Could have done with maybe the wing options having a bit more, either John McGinn or Harvey Elliott being fit and available. And Martinez just having a bit more consistency. I'm going to have another word with Martinez and tell him I'm not happy with him. And Ellison, I'll say that one. Probably been a bit harsh on him there, to be honest with you. He's only a young kid, but oh well, we've done it now. That's an annoying result, I'll be honest with you. That felt like a gimme. That felt like one we should win. The fact that we didn't. I pressed the wrong guy. I was pressing the wrong striker. Ah well, it's happened. It is what it is. But we're unbeaten in 5 now. So, although... And they're also scrapping properly for relegation, so they probably had a bit more to go on that game than we did. So, credit where it's due to them. They put in a good performance there. Now, we've got Brighton coming up away from home. The reason why that performance is so annoying is because of that Brighton game. Were they playing out of position for that game? Oh, probably. FM is just annoying me with the positional stuff. Right, we need to rest Morgan. We've only got 3 days to rest him now. We'll do it for 2. Harvey is not going to be back. John is not going to be back. So Buendia is going to start there, and I'm going to start Dougie as an attacking midfielder. I'm going to have him actually be a player who's going in hard on people. Why is he down as a tracking wide midfielder? Oh, this game. There we go. That's better. Right. Last game. Cash didn't have a good game either. To be fair to Cash, he has been very good for us recently, so I'm not going to have a go at him. The instinct is to have a go at him, but we won't. Right, let's rest everyone other than Morgan. So he's already been rested for 2 games. Everyone else will get a 1-day rest. So they got a narrow away from home win against, I think it was Nottingham Forest I just saw. Where are Brighton? Just ahead of us. Okay. So this should be a winnable game. So Jeremy Doku is the best attacking player in the league. Man City the best attacking team in the league. It's definitely not us. We know that. But let's see. Let's see whether we can get a win against them. Away from home, so it's going to be difficult. I am annoyed at the last game. I would have really, really liked us to get a win there. Thoughts on training? See, I said the out of possession training is going to be something that really isn't going to work for us. But we need to train them in it. So who's the unhappy player? Ginning Junior, but he's out on loan, so that's not actually us. So I'm not that bothered about that. So attacking units. Look at the players who are in them. Fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to praise your training. I just thought I haven't done training praising yet. Anyone below a 8 is not getting praised though. But a lot of people are doing averagely at training. So who we got who didn't like their training? Emmy, Morgan. I'll let you know what. I'm going to take a cheeky screenshot of the names. I can have a look at it over on this screen. So Anana's not one of the names. Morgan is one of the names. Where's Morgan Rogers? Morgan Rogers is not doing very well in training at all. Okay. Let's change him out of that. Ollie, who was down at the bottom, near the bottom here. In fact, actually, he's trained okay, but we'll take him off of that. And there's Garcia as well. Take him off finally. Buendia, who's actually doing quite well in training, we'll take him off that. Jaden, take him off of that. And Martinez was the other one. Already done. Okay. So I'm hoping that that will solve that. Whether it will or not is another matter. I don't recall. I think the injuries probably stopped it, but we haven't actually completed the signing yet of Harvey Elliott. So we need to keep an eye out for that. I think this one's going to be a tougher test of us, I think. Okay. So press, press, press. And what else do they recommend? Z-Mass, weak foot, strong on Mitoma, weak foot on Mitoma, strong on Rutter, weak foot and hard on Minte. And I reckon that we're going hard on Baleba as well. I'm definitely not pressing Minte. Let's have a quick look. So we've got right foot, left foot, left foot. We care about Rutter's weak foot. That makes me think that he's good on 2 feet, so let's not worry about that. Right, Heki and Dunk. No. Bugan, no. Does that save those? It has. Team instructions. Let's have a quick double check of the overview. Are we happy with everything now? I think we are. I think majorly changing. Do we pass into space maybe? Do a bit of passing into space this time. Yeah, let's go with that. And again, I just want to make sure that these guys are set up as they need to be. No, you need to be standard. That's not going to have been helping. You should not be that. I've already set you up, that's fine. Yeah, everything else will be fine. Right. Emergency save, just in case, because you know FM's going to FM. And then go to the game. And let's see what we can get against Brighton, who are also having a tricky season. Hopefully, we can outperform them. Hopefully. Say that one. Try and relax them a little bit. See how we get on. I would expect this to be a bit of a struggling game anyway, because they are a good team. But I tell you what, Buendia straight away intercepting. Lovely stuff. Perfect. Right. Let's see. Still unbeaten in 5 competitive games. Let's see whether we can convert that into 5 wins out of 6. Not with the start that they're having. Baleba with a long shot. That's concerning. Where's Baleba? Baleba's the left-hand one, so I'm just going to try and counter that. I'm just watching him. Okay. Both having chances. Possession is definitely in their favour. Quite happy to go with that and do some counter-attacking if needed. Again, we've got the attacking formation. We can switch to that if we feel like we need that little bit of extra oomph. Equally in this one, if we feel like this one's doing the job but we're just a bit defensively suspect, we can drop the centre midfielders back. That's not a problem. At the moment, it does feel like they are more honest, so I am tempted to change things a little bit. Possession wise, it is all them. Again, I'm not so worried about that, to be honest. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Transition to counter attack. We have a corner actually. Adam Walton takes me a short one. to Torres. Why is it Torres again? Why is it reset itself again? Oh my god, this game is driving me nuts. Wharton whipping it in, looking for Conser. Oh my god!
He's round the goalkeeper, he's done it! Absolutely incredible!
Did you see that?
It ain't over till it's over.
I've never scored an overhead kick in FM. Ever. I've seen them attempted. It's never gone in. And Esri Conser of all players has just done it. Ah, sure. Yeah. That is staggering. I've never witnessed that in one of my saves. Certainly not for me. I've never seen one of my players do it. Well, I have now, and it was one of our centre-backs, while the other one was up taking a short corner, or being involved in a short corner. Right. Oh my god. Right, Sancho. Gets the ball from Dougie Luiz. To Torres. That's Conser. Overhead kick scorer Conser. Digne. Digne now. Sorry, an alert came up. I missed that, but we had a very close opportunity there, didn't we? Right, header forward, didn't really do anything. Right, Anana. To Wharton. Cash. Highlight ends. Oh my word, I can't get over that. What a goal it was as well. Not even like from range. My God, right, Wharton. Cash. Into Buendia. Buendia goes for the shot. Sancho going to keep it in. He is. Back to Digne. Floats it in. Looking for Buendia. Heads it over. Unfortunate. Good build-up though. Really good build-up there. And that's half time. I've never, ever scored, had one of my teams score an overhead kick in FM. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I do. I'm delighted with it, but I don't know what to do with that feeling. Oh my word. What a goal that is. What a goal. Right, well, we now need to try and make sure we don't stuff it up. I'm going to say that one. Buendia has shown touches of being good enough, but we'll just say that for now. Matty Cash. Not been good enough so far. Get it together. Sancho. Happy with your performance tonight. I'd say it's Dougie Luiz as well, actually. And then everyone not on a green rating will just say keep going. We're going to have to take Morgan off. I don't want to take him off just yet. Oh no, we're going to have to. He's injured. No, we're going to have to. I'm not risking him. It's going to have to be Ollie. It's going to have to be Ollie. I don't really want it to be Ollie, but it's going to have to be. Oh, that's going to make things really difficult in the second half. Doing Matty not playing poorly. Wharton's doing a decent job out there. Buendia's not having a particularly good game. To be fair, the forwards are not having a particularly good... It's kind of switched back to what it was like before again. Let's go to short passing. We're going to counter-attack with some short passing. Let's try and be quick, snappy. Let's see what we do with that. We've been the better team so far today, but it's by slim margins. Okay, they've woken up a little bit in the second half. We may have to go... Oh, Anana's injured as well. And we don't have Kamara on the bench. I've not put him on there yet. He's only just come back. Oh, I mean, Bogard will have to come on. Let's see the end of this highlight and then we'll make the change. Right, Buendia, Digne, Wharton, Watkins, into Dougie Luiz. Saved. Right, we'll make the change now. Anana off for Bogard. Give him all the motivation in the world. Ash to Wharton to Bogarts. Just keep it simple, mate. Not that simple. Not that simple. First touch gives the ball away. I mean, he did a really good job the other game. Could have done without him doing that. And now Matoma's in. This is going to be 1-1, isn't it? After that stunning goal to put us ahead. Yari puts it just wide. That's okay. I can live with that. Right, have they made changes? They have, haven't they? Let's just have a look at the changes they've made. So Baleba and Minte have both come off. For Castulas. What do we do with Castulas? I don't really know, but we're going hard on him. Do we go in hard on him? I don't know whether we do. Apparently he's a striker more than anything. So let's go in hard on him. It's one thing we can control. And then Ayari. Let's pop him on his left. Then just want to make sure that this position... Yeah, we're fine. I will just make sure he... Do we sound it? Never mind. Well, it is what it is. Right. Back into the game. Let's just see whether... Let's see a bit more of an attacking edge from us. I think Douglas Luiz is going to have to come off. Okay, what we're going to do is... I'm going to put Wendy in the middle, give him a bit of a chance to recover. Then Douglas Luiz can come off for... I haven't put... I keep forgetting to put Bailey on the bench. It's going to have to be Allison then. Allison can come on. And then we'll change you back to free roll. I was recommending Barkley. I'm going to hold off on Barkley for the moment. But I'm just going to drop Bogard back. Just an extra body there. And we've still got another change or cut 2 that we can make. Okay, we're having some chances now, which is good. Let's just try and... put the ball into the box. Right. Okay, he's not recovered Wendy, so he will come off for Ross Barkley. And then Pau Torres has not had a good game, so Tyrone Mings will come on, hopefully to see the game out. Okay, we're gonna switch to the more defensive one. Try and control the ball a little bit more. See it through, we get a win. That's a really difficult game. With the form we've been in, that's a really difficult game. And a worldie to win it. We've dominated it as well, which is good. Obviously, we've had injuries in there. Bit of, not continental hangover, but a bit of a hangover from the Wolves game there. Out for 2 weeks. Anana, who's been in good form for us. Morgan Rogers, 2 weeks. 2 groin strains. That's rough because Morgan Rogers is the only player who's been playing in striker well Although Watkins, to be fair, to his credit, 6.9 in that last game. So, I mean, I'm not overly thrilled with the idea that we're going to have to go with him in the next game, but it does make me feel a bit better. Tammy's obviously already in there. Bailey can come on the bench finally. 3 days against Arsenal. We're going to have McGinn and Elliott back in 2 days. I don't necessarily know whether I want to start either of them, but it would be handy to have them as options. We're going to go back to Buendia there, and then, I mean, against Arsenal, we'll play Leon Bailey. Anana's obviously going to be out. I'm going to have to start Bogarts. There's no other option. I can't start Kamara as his first game out from injury against Arsenal. I just can't. So let's have a look at last match ratings. Patois wasn't brilliant. Buendia wasn't brilliant, but he wasn't playing in his favoured free role position. So I can forgive him with that. We're going to have to play Bogarts. We're going to have to. Well, I say we have to. We could play Maatsen there. We could play Douglas Luiz there. So we have got other options. Douglas Luiz hasn't been in the best of forms, but he's been playing out of position. So we could play Dougie Luiz there. Yeah, well, that's probably a more sensible solution, to be honest. Matty Cash is shattered. That's why his performances haven't been great recently. So let's give him a 2-day break. But let's rest the rest of the team as well, as we do. Wharton, Sancho, Digne, Wendy, Conser, Howe, Dougie. And we'll give Lamar a 1 game break as well. Okay, we've definitely recovered the season. Where are we currently in the Premier League as a result of that? We're up to 14th. Okay, I was hoping it might be a bit higher, but we're now past the amount of points per the amount of played games. So that's good. That's something. A result is a result. And that is a result. Okay. Onwards. Let's get you guys available for the under-21s in their next game. And then I am also going to throw... do the same with Garcia. So we can have Lindelof on the bench. Then everyone's mostly fit. I think of something we can potentially say to people. I still can't get over that Conser goal. One of the most insane goals I think I've ever seen in one of my saves. Like, I know that there are better goals, but my word. Staggered. I'm genuinely staggered. Still, buy it. Sorry, just checking something on my computer. Yuri Alberto, how good are you? Not really worth a lot, but not scored that many either. I don't know why I've been recommended you, sir. We're not going to have much money. That's the thing at the end of the season. We're not going to have much money to play with, so we need to be very tactical with what we do. Very, very tactical. But the one thing we definitely know is that there isn't much money to go around at Villa. Second that Harvey Elliott plays his 10th game, obviously we'll have lost that money as well. But I do want Harvey Elliott because I think he's going to be a good player to have around for the future. Right. Home against Arsenal is going to be difficult. Okay. Bit of instructions. Let's have a look. So, the usual. Press, press, press. Gutierrez on his weaker foot. We're going hard on him as well. His weak foot, I'm sure, is going to be his left. It is indeed. So let's change him to that. Martinelli, I've got a feeling we're going to be just weak foot. Okay, I thought we might be hard tackling him, but fine. We'll go with that. Whack him on his left. Saka is left-footed, so we want him on his right. And we're going hard on him. We have Declan Rice, who I think we're going to be weak foot. And apparently we're going to be marking Declan Rice. That would be the thing to do. I don't know whether I necessarily want to do that. But it says to, so I think we will do that. Odegaard is still going to have something to do, so let's pop him on his right and hard tackle him. And then we'll leave everything else. So Declan Rice is the left-sided central midfielder. So we want Adam Wharton dealing with him. We'll go with that. And then that's the 11. Now, do we do something crazy like go the attacking tactic, which is basically counter-attacking, or do we just, for this game, pop ourselves on counter-attacking? Where is it? There it is. I think maybe we do. I think maybe we do. Set pieces, I just want to confirm again. For the short routines, Pau Torres has decided to have a Gallivant again, so I'm going to have to reset these again. Brilliant. And then... and that's already reset. Brilliant. Okay. Fab. That makes me feel a bit better. I don't really like the fact I'm having to do that every single time, but it is what it is. Right. Arsenal. Not expected to win this game. If we lose it, we lose it. It's not the end of the world. We're at home now. Hopefully that can give us a bit of extra oomph. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. We will find out. I am tempted to have these guys be, for this game, holding. Yeah, I think that might be a smart move. We can always change it. We can always change it. Tired player is Adam Wharton, but to be honest, there's not much we can really do about that. Yeah, we're just going to have to go for it, aren't we? Kamara is on the bench if we feel like we desperately need him. But there we go. Slightly modified normal tactic. We're still going to be positive. Play that to us. Ease the pressure. Yes, we're at home, but we're playing against a top team. I suppose it's still on top. They're going to want to win because of that. In fact, more so as a result of that. Have a look at the Premier League table. So Arsenal are now top, actually, so they're going to want to try and solidify that. It's our job to try and stop that from happening. But remember, we actually started out the gates really well against Manchester City, and then it all fell apart. So let's not count anything just at this particular moment. Right, free kick. Declan Rice, we know. Deckers is a bit lethal on the old free kick. And, well, there we go. They've scored. Could be an offside in it. Could be an offside. I've seen a hand raised. I've got a feeling this is going to get given. We shall see. Yeah, hands are raised. It's been given. That's fine. Again, it's Arsenal. I'm not expecting this to be a game that we win. So let's go drop a bit of encouragement to the boys. We're getting chances. This is the thing. Right, we have a corner. Wharton to take. Pau Torres has gone back to there, so that doesn't make any difference whatsoever. He's gone for a shot there. I mean, I don't blame him going for the shot, but it wasn't a bad shot. But he's not meant to be there. And I literally, you saw me before the game. The last thing I did before we started the game was change that. But I do find myself a little bit irritated by that. But it is what it is. We've done alright so far in the game, other than that, to be fair. Just again, it's finishing. That's what the problem's been so far. Let's have a counter-attacking down our flanks. And go a bit wider. Let's just see if we can go around them a little bit and get the ball whipped in. Again, we are having chances. It's just we're not finishing them well. Okay, we have the ball. Just before half time, this would be a great time to get an equaliser. He launched it. I'd rather him have not launched it. I'd have rather... Okay, we're going to get possession here, hopefully. Wharton, Buendia. Wharton to Bailey. Bailey, looking for Ollie Watkins. Saved. Oh my God, Ollie. If he's in form, he's burying that. But he's in such poor form. He just couldn't. Okay, we're well over time here. Why are we having a highlight now? We're well over time. The game should have finished. If we concede here, I'm not going to be happy. We're well past added time. The ref's got to blow the whistle. Why is the ref not blowing the whistle? Bailey did a great job there, and that is half-time. 1-0 at half-time against Arsenal ain't bad. It ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. I don't know whether that actually muted then. Apologies if it didn't. We'll say that one. Let's try and motivate them. Individuals, Martinez. Matty Cash. He's shattered, to be fair to him. Okay. Right. What can we do? Wendy is anxious. She's really helpful. Not had a good game. So I'm thinking straight away, he's off. So I'm thinking maybe... It's going to have to be Barkley, isn't it? He's the only player who can reasonably play there. I'm going to drop Douglas Luiz down. Just so we got a bit more defensive stability around here. To protect us a little bit from the counter-attack, maybe a little bit better than we have been. I mean, I could put him in the middle for that. And then have Barkley go here, maybe. That gives Wharton room to play. Maybe. Go a little bit offset just to create a little bit of space. Cash is now in a good game. I'm debating taking him off and bringing Lindelof on. I'm going to do that. Make sure that you are that. Fullbacks aren't doing terribly. We'll have you be a... We'll just have you guys be standard fullbacks now. Yeah, that works. That's fine. I'm happy with that. And then it says put him on his weaker side. We didn't say that before, did you? Right, pop him on his right foot. Wants us going hard on Declan. We'll go in hard on Declan then. It also wants to go in hard on Martinelli. I mean, they scored from a free kick, so I feel like that's a silly thing to do, but right. It's what the assistant manager is recommending that we do. We're going to tell Leon Bailey to shoot less often as well. Right. Let's see. Let's see if we can do something. We've actually been the better team, as stupid as it is to say. Free kick again. If we concede this free kick, I'm taking hard tackling off. Because we've had a few highlights that have started with free kicks, and this is where their goal came from. Ironic, isn't it, that Arsenal in FM26, their goal against us came from a set piece. Saliba, tackle him. Oh, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Fire the boys up. They've definitely jumped up a bit with that. Let's see if we can get a few more chances. Okay, we're definitely making some progress getting around to here. A corner. Again, I'm worried with these set pieces. Declan whips it in. Saliba's there. You can kind of see that one coming from a mile off, to be honest. Okay, I'm actually going to... I'm going to move to this, but again, I'm just going to move that player down here. And the reason why I'm going to do it is because we're 2 down. We're losing. We've got nothing to worry about at this point. We might as well just go for it. We might as well give it a go. Power Towers is having a shocker. So Power Towers is going to come off. And let's just see whether we can get something going. Again, I want us to go down the wings with that and go a bit wider. See if we can get some more chances playing this way. Definitely getting in and around their half a bit more. We're conceding possession, but that's fine. I'm not worried about conceding possession. Okay. Ball's in the air. We win it. Douglas Luiz now to Wharton. Out wide to Leon Bailey. Right. Why is Lindelof playing as the fullback? Oh my god. The way that it doesn't change things between those formations is so infuriating. Fortunately, I don't think he's terrible there, but it's not the point. Right, Wharton to Watkins. To Sancho. Sancho to Watkins. Oh, Ollie Watkins is the bane of my life in this game. He actually is. He just cannot finish. Right, well, Tammy's going to come on. He's kind of just as bad, really. Might as well make the final change now as well. Anyone else having an absolute stinker? Yeah, Emmy, again. Another really bad performance from Martinez. We'll bring Matson on just to get rid of the yellow card. Cannot believe. What an opportunity for an equaliser. That is Ollie done. We've given Ollie so many chances. That is him done. Right. I'm actually going to go early crosses. Been all over them in the second half, but 2 goals down. And if we get a consolation goal, I'll be really happy that we've been able to score against them. But again, it's our goal scoring. Our goal scoring is our biggest problem, and our best goal outlet at the moment is Morgan Rogers, who's injured, because our out-and-out strikers are woeful. Actually woeful. Right, we'll fire them up for the last few minutes. We've put in a decent performance. If we just had strikers who could strike, then it'd be great. And do you know what? A 2-0 against Arsenal isn't the end of the world. I'm not happy it's at home, obviously. But Ollie Watkins is done. I'm actually going to say that to them. And I'm going to go in on Ollie. I'm going to have words with Emmy as well. But Ollie's going on the transfer list right now. Right, interaction, 1, recent form. Right, there we go. Ollie's on the transfer list. We've had the word with him. It's not gone well. I have escalated that, to be honest with you. I am the main reason why that went the way that it did. But it's mainly because I want him out. He's just not good enough. Transfer list. How much is he worth? 40 to 44. Put him up for 45. Get out of the club. Woeful. Absolutely woeful. I'm actually debating. I'm seriously debating dropping into the 21s. It feels like an extreme thing to do, I will agree, but I am debating it. So last game wasn't particularly good for Wendy. Ollie's again out completely. Not even going to be in the 11. Like, to the point where I don't even care that I don't have the players to cover it. I'd rather be short on players than have him on the bench. Adam Wharton now needs a rest, which I'm not surprised of, to be honest with you. Right, Kamara didn't end up getting in on the pitch on that game, which is fine. We've got Blow Their Glimpse, so let's start Bogard, and we'll have Douglas Luiz next to him. I mean, you really think that was a good performance? Okay, fine. Defense weren't good. Again, could really do... Tyrone Mings is going to have to play. Torres out. Mainly because Torres is just getting frustrating that he's getting involved in every set piece. And I don't understand why when I'm changing the setting. Like, that is definitely a bug. I'm going to have Ollie in the squad. I'm going to have him there. He's not going to play. Like, I will literally play anyone up front. I'll go strikerless rather than play Ollie up front now. The performance he had in that game was so bad. Like, he had the opportunity to make it 2-1 or 1-1 or whatever it was. And I don't even mind that he didn't. It's the fact that it was the opportunity that he had. It was literally... He didn't even get it on target. If you can't even get it on target, why am I playing you? Why are you at the club? Like... There's no excusing that at all. Cash, I'm going to rest for 3 days. Right. We'll rest all of you for 2. Let's just see whether we can get a bit more back on track over the next 2 games. One of these games will be the final one of the stream. Everton have showed interest in Watkins. They want to pay a lot less than what we want for him, so not happening. Not happening at all. It's fine. He's literally about to start playing more games. Okay, yeah, we'll say that. See how it goes. Ollie Watkins, what a... I didn't expect him to be as bad in FM as he is. I've used him before in different FMs and he's been fine, but this FM, oh my word. Like, about as bad as it could possibly be. The fees out the rest of the season. He would have been someone I might have looked at if we can get Ollie Watkins out of the club. This is at home. We really should be winning this. We might start with the attacking formation on this one. Okay, we've got a nice start to the FA Cup with Blackpool. That's good. Power Torres is injured. That's probably a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you. Have I not taken you off of this? Okay, fine, you're off of it. Yeah, he could. I'd really like to have Gwessans. I'd really, really like to have Gwessans, but we can't recall him because he's got that future optional fee that Crystal Palace may elect to take up. If they don't, I'll be delighted. Should be winning this. There's no two ways about it. So we're going to go into it with the attacking formation, or the attacking setup. No offers for Watkins. I mean, I'm not overly surprised. How much did Villa pay for him? 28. As long as we make more than that, I'll be happy. Well, if I transfer room, let me pop it as semi-negotiable. No, that doesn't make any sense. Keep it as negotiable. Offer him out. There we go. West Ham is playing quite well. I don't understand in real life what Villa were doing with that one, to be honest. I really don't. Right, let me just check. How's everyone doing here? I'm not happy with it being Matty Cash, but Matty Cash being there to whip a ball in makes a lot more sense than Pau bloody Torres. I think we can all agree on that. Okay. Haag, I know he's a good player, so let's go in hard on him and pop him on his left. Casper Ho, I'm not going to mark him, but we'll whack him on a weaker foot. On his left, for example. Bro Hansen, what a name. Going hard on him. August Mikkelsen, no idea. No idea of him as well. We'll just put those on those and hope for the best. Okay. We're going attacking. We want to blow them away, ideally. Alright, Torres' injury is annoying. I don't really have anyone to replace him with. So let's throw in a youngster. Brannigan can go on the bench. Don't really want to start with Harvey Elliott. I don't really have any other choice with the players available without starting Ollie Watkins. But I don't want to start Ollie Watkins unless we start him out wide and we give him a chance. Be an inside winger who wants to finish, maybe. He's not that good at carrying the ball, that's the thing. He'll have to be on that. Well, we can only give him the opportunity, can't we? So let's do that. Let's give him the opportunity. Make him a centre forward. Tell me he's not the best dribbler of the ball. So I'll just keep him a standard and just have him shoot more. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right. Injuries are definitely costing us a little bit during this period. I do wonder if we had the finishing of Morgan Rogers, who has been in more form, would we have got that goal back against Arsenal? How would that have gone? But for today, all we're looking at doing is trying to win in the Europa League in a game we should be winning at home. Ollie Watkins does start, but he starts on the wing, just out of necessity. Tammy Abraham starts out of necessity. We're on attack from the get-go. We just want to get a win on the board just to turn things back around before the West Ham game. Right, here we go. Matty Cash to Watkins. Let's see what Watkins can do if he can get something going. Ball out to Matty Cash from Ollie. Rips in, looking for Jadon Sancho. Can't find it, but Sancho will get there. Lovely from Jadon. Lovely from Jadon. Into Emi Buendia. 1-0. That is much more like it. Much more like it. We've been missing that recently, actually. There's been something missing with that recently. I'm gonna keep an eye on the fullbacks because I'm very aware I've been playing them non-stop recently. If we can get a decent lead, I've got no problem with swapping them out for the others. In particular, getting Maatsen some more game time, because Maatsen was playing really well. With Digne's he's different gravy, but he's gonna be past his best very, very soon, if not already there. Right. We're letting them have some possession. I'm not bothered by that, to be honest. They can have possession as long as we can get the ball and just whiz up the other end and get chances. But we have let them have a chance as well. We're not actually dominating as much as I was hoping. Maybe because we're counter-attacking. I'm going to take counter-attacking off. I'd like us to keep the ball a little bit better than we are. I mean, we probably should respect them. They're going to be a decent team, aren't they? I mean, Blood Glimpse are there. We're there. Not a massive gap between us. They're having more chances than us now. Right, corner. Matty Cash there as the short option. It's whipped in. Tyrone Mings is there. Tyrone Mings makes it 2. Nicely done, Tyrone. Comes in. Hasn't started many games for us. He did have a couple of games at the beginning where he wasn't very good, but you know what? He's risen above there. He's a weapon from set pieces, so we've been missing that. Good to see him score. That makes it 2. Say that all day long. Buendia and Mings. A bit more of that, please, boys. Would be good. I think I'm going to drop Bogard down again. Feels like the option. Again, we're letting him have opportunities around here. I don't really like that, to be honest. Okay. 2-0 at half time. I'm not very impressed with the performance. Okay, we need to be doing better with possession. I say I'm not happy with those guys. You guys will say keep going. I'm going to move back to the standard tactic. Again, I'm going to have Bogard go down. I'm going to bring Kamara on at some point. And then I'm just thinking, let's continue stretching them. Let's continue pressing them. I'm not going to go any higher than that. But I don't really want to counter-attack. I am going to pop us onto that one. and work ball into the box. I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to take that off as well. Let's be a little bit more flexible with what we do. Feels like the best way to go about this. Brilliant, we win the ball back straight away there. I mean, all of our chances were on target in the first half, which we're not used to that at this club. We're not. Also, what I'm not used to, Ollie Watkins on a 6.9. I'm really not used to that. At a 7. The lofty heights of a 7. Right, Dougie Louise with the corner here. Whipped in. Matty Cash is there for some reason. Right, Tammy's actually going to get a touch here. Tammy Abraham just made a pass. Again, not used to seeing that. That was a deceptive shot from maybe Buendia. I really like that. Really deceptive. It was a good idea. Didn't lead to anything, but it's fine. I'm happy with the attempts. All over them now. The second half has been much better. Maybe we went a bit too overboard in the first half with the attacking system. A couple of tweaks we made have definitely helped in the second half. Possession's gotten better. I think 2-0. I'm going to make those changes to the fullbacks. Cash off for Garcia. Matson on for Digne. Bogard is going to come off for Kamara as well. We'll get Kamara back into the swing of things. What's his racing when he's up here? Yeah, he can do that job as well. That's perfect. I'm also thinking of McGinn and Elliott. McGinn is not complacent. Elliott is. It's not a good performance from Abraham. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll go strikerless. I've been threatening to do this because of the striker issues. Yeah, I'll do that. Worst case, we just throw Ollie up top if we really want to. We've still got one change left. Wow, okay. Hello, second yellow card. That's very unexpected. Thank you so much for the raid. I really didn't expect that. Hello to all of you coming over. You're coming at a good time. If you'd come this time yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I'd have been crying. So I appreciate it. Very much so. Viviel Principe, I don't know. I could be saying that wrong. Apologies if I am. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciate it. And thank you for chatting as well. Second yellow card. How was the stream? I'm sure it was good. They usually are when I've caught them. But hopefully it's going well, man. And I really appreciate the love. Really appreciate that. If anyone is watching, I have streamed for a few years, but I just been very on and off. Various things have kind of got in the way of trying to be a consistent streamer. So I'm just getting back into the swing of it. This season has been dire up until this stream. This stream we've ended up really turning it around, but from beginning of the season to beginning of November, we won one game, and that was it. We're doing better now. Oh my god, Ollie Watkins has scored from open play. Yes! Yes! So, for those of you who've joined us, also second yellow card, really glad to hear that the stream was good. Don't you dare disallow that. Thank you. For those of you who've joined me, just to clarify, the reason why I'm so happy about that goal, forwards have been a problem for us, to the point where Morgan Rogers is now our best striker, because Tammy's not been performing, Ollie's not been performing. I've just fallen out with Ollie Watkins, and I've popped him on the transfer list. T-Bow Light, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated, sir. So the fact that he's just scored from open play is huge, because we've not seen much of that. We really have not seen much of that. Everything's coming up Millhouse, and to top it off, a raid. Huzzah. I was going to end after this game. I'm not going to end now. Why would I do that? We've gone strikerless for this last part of the game, and Ollie Watkins has just scored from it. So maybe the solution was not playing Ollie as a striker. Maybe the solution to our striker problems is having no striker, despite the fact that we have three. Why not? It's Football Manager. It doesn't make sense half the time. Oh, goodness me. Right, well, what changes can we make? John McGinn, as usual, is underperforming. To be fair, he has just come back from injury, so let's be a little bit kind to him, kinder maybe than I have been. I think as we're 3-0 up, we'll bring on Harvey Elliott. This might be the appearance that means he's a permanent transfer, which again, I'm absolutely A-OK with. Maybe we rest Jaden. Jaden's knackered, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll put Buendia out on the left. We'll have Harvey go in the middle alongside John McGinn. And then we'll have Ollie continuing to do his thing. And we'll just say that to Harvey. Let's go with that. No striker means no striker problems. You're speaking my language. That's exactly it, isn't it? That is exactly it. I cannot tell you, literally. It's the second that... Can we not just have nice things? We were going to have a clean sheet as well. We've just given away a penalty. Maybe. We might not have done. We have. Okay, right. Martinez has not exactly covered himself in glory this season either, so I'm kind of expecting us to concede from this penalty. If he saves it, I will be delighted. I cannot tell you how happy I will be. Ollie Watkins goal and a clean sheet. No. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the striker problems have been so bad. They really have been. I mean, I'm not going to go forward strikerless, but it's an option. And also, Ollie Watkins on the right as a inside winger apparently is an option. We've struggled on that wing to have a consistent player playing there. I mean, maybe he's the solution. I don't know. Maybe he is. Oh, God. But yeah, genuinely, when I say this season has been poor up until this stream, I'll show you the results in a minute. It has been poor. To be fun. Go on, John. Go on, John. John McGinn is back.
Yes! Yes!
Shadow striker John McGinn. Right winger Ollie Watkins. We're in a parallel universe. The raid has put us into a parallel universe where all of the players who were playing badly have all of a sudden remembered how to play football. Oh, maybe it is the way. Graham748, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that, man. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Maybe strikerless is genuinely the solution. It's fine if it is, but... Oh, who knew? Who actually knew? I don't even know what our out of possession tactic was. I really struggled with in possession and out of possession tactics. It's where I've struggled. FM24, I could win the league with Villa in the first season, no problem. But I have really struggled with the tactical dissonance this season. I really, really have. But that was exactly what we wanted, especially after we just lost against Arsenal just before that game. So that was exactly what we wanted. Right, let me show you how things have been going. Have we got a playoff space? No, I was going to say, there's no way after the start that we had. There's no way that we have. So when I say about our form, so from today, that's been our form today, I think. Did we start with Go Ahead Eagles? I can't remember. Yeah, I think we did. That's been our form today, more or less, I think. I'm trying to think, actually. No, we haven't played that many games. No, our form is that today, which is pretty decent. When you look at the teams, okay, the Wolves game is a bit of a disappointment. You'd expect us probably to struggle against Arsenal or lose against Arsenal. That's fine. But, good, you know, winning against Leeds away from home, not too bad. Winning against Brighton away from home, not too bad. And winning against Powak and Bodo Glimt, scoring 4 goals, really not that bad. The stream before ended, obviously ignore the friendly against Sutton, 8-0. That was just to get a bit of morale into the team. We ended the last stream with this, but just look at the form before that. Yeah, it was that bad. The Everton game was the only game we'd won in competitive play up until the end of the last stream. Those 2 games against Go Ahead Eagles and Bournemouth, it was dire, and we really have turned a corner in this episode. You can see that's our form since turning the corner. We've lost 1 game, drawn 1. We've won the rest of them. Now we've got West Ham, which might be the final game of this stream. And then we've got a really difficult 3 games. I'm expecting we're probably going to lose all 3 of them. But if we cannot lose, that would be great as well. So, yes, let's get ourselves prepared for that. Now, we have got West Ham in 3 days. Let's rest the boys. You also, guys who've come in from second yellow card stream, you've also missed an amazing overhead kick from Ezri Konsa. Like, to win us one of those games. It was the Brighton game. I've never had one of my players score an overhead kick, so I was absolutely, as you'd imagine, delighted. Absolutely thrilled by it. Right, let's rest you guys for the 1 day. Jaden might need a bit longer a rest, but we'll just work with it as best as we can. Let's change the playlist for this final game. What have we got? Let's go with. Let's go back to. Go back to that one. It's my favourite out of the music playlist that I've got to go on. Right. I mean, tactically this worked last time out. Obviously, we did change it. Let me just save this as. Save it as that. I'm gonna make sure I've got these saved for use later, so. Get that one saved as well. Okay, the reason why I've saved those is I do just want to have the option of strikerless for future games. That's what we ended up doing, wasn't it? So we'll have you be a box-to-box box-to-box playmaker. You're going forward. You're staying here. You're doing madness. You're kind of cutting in, but going to be going more forward. Same with you. Yeah, overloading the box with those guys. That feels like a good option to have. Should we feel like things are not working, we'll go a little bit wider with this one. We'll go a bit more expressive. We'll go a bit freer with how we're distributing the ball. And then we'll be a little bit more urgent with distributing the ball as well. Quite happy with that as an emergency tactic to have. And then take that off with it. Okay, we've got that as a tactic. If we ever feel like strikerless is really doing us a mischief rather, then we've got that. So OBFC 4-2-4 strikerless. That genuinely, maybe that is the solution. Let me load up that one. Go back to that. How much football did Kamara get? Actually a decent amount. He still can only play about half the game, so he's not going to be available for West Ham. Onana is still injured. He's going to be out for 7 days. He's going to miss the game. I think we'll go with Douglas Luiz and Wharton. We completely rested Wharton last time. By the way, we lost Tielemans early in the season. He wanted to go to Saudi, so we let him go and brought in Wharton as the replacement. That's the only real... It is the only first team transfer that we ended up making because, you know, Villa don't have money. But we are going to be confirming Harvey Elliott at some point through the amount of games that he's played, just because we need to. And Pau Torres, for some reason, is on my set pieces listed as a creator and I can't take him off of it. So he's constantly, like, if I'm putting someone to take a corner short, he's constantly the guy who's having the short corner next to him. He's the one who's receiving it. Or he's the guy who's just outside the box instead of, you know, being in the box like a proper centre-back. It's really frustrating and I don't know how to fix it. But it is what it is. Right, let's just make sure you guys are shifted around. So Lindelof, Constant Mings. We'll keep that going. We'll go with our best 11 still. Or as close to our best 11 as we can get again. Watkins starts after that performance. I mean, maybe Watkins has just saved his Aston Villa career. Maybe not, but maybe he has. I don't know. Take him off of that. I'll leave everything else as it is. I can't tell you the relief seeing him score a goal with my own eyes. It's been such a long time since I've seen it. Okay. And getting John McGinn to have a decent rating as well is just foreign to me. So that's good to see. Ollie Watkins, just to clarify, that's his recent form. I mean, ignore the Sutton game. That's a friendly. In fact, let me take friendlies out. In Premier League, that's what his recent form has been looking like. Like, there's nothing there. There's just nothing there. In Europa League, he's done better. He's had 2 decent games against Roma and Sveda, which I could be pronouncing wrong. But you've noticed we didn't win either of them. So it even counts. Sancho as well has been really good for us, to the point where I might have to debate signing him. We have really made a turnaround. I mean, we're still not doing well in the Premier League. I'll have a quick look at the Premier League table just to confirm this. Yeah, we're still in around 14th, 15th, but our recent form is that which is making me more confident for the rest of the season. And just keep that up. As long as we don't have a run like that, because that run that we had was against teams we should be beating. Like, no two ways about it. Right, youth intake preview. We got ourselves a good intake, boys and girls. We got ourselves a very good intake. Why are you recommending... Oh, these potential ability guys. That's great, but they need decent... I mean, you've got League 1 ability. You two have both got League 1 ability, actually. So we need you guys to be getting some game time. So in January, we'll loan those 2 guys out. We'll get those 2 guys some permanent football. That's good to see we've got some decent youth. So, McGinn... We've got some minutes under his belt in that game, which is good to see. Elliot did as well, which is good. Where did McGinn play? I played McGinn as a DM. Brilliant. That's really not where he plays, but sure. All right. McGinn has been a difficult one. Like Ollie Watkins. Let's discuss his current asking price. Okay. 27. I want more than what Villa paid for him. Villa paid 30. Somewhere in that region. I'm going to push it quite high. Go to 30. Okay, there we go. 30 million. We'll make our money back. Better than nothing, I suppose. Right. We are approaching West Ham. Away from home. It's going to be a tough one. Right, we've got a bit of money coming into the club. Not loads, but a little bit. Let's have a look. So, 400k from the Ramsey deal, which is fine. 250 from the Philogene transfer deal. Right. That's been happening to a lot of our players. A lot of our players have not been getting the game time they should be, which is obviously a concern. A big concern. Has anyone else had that? I mean, if anyone wants to let me know in the chat if you're watching. Anyone else had, when they have players go out on loan, loads of them are just not getting the game time? Because it's something I've noticed in this save quite a bit. I don't know if it's a reflection on how we've been doing as a club, that they've been like, oh, they're doing badly, let's not touch them whatsoever. It does feel like a bit of a common thing. Right, let's do some opposition instructions just to see. We'll have a quick look at how West Ham are doing as well. We want to press you guys. And then Castellanos, weak foot short. Somerville will go on weak foot and we'll go in on hard on him. Minamino, weaker foot, going hard. Bowen, weak side, going on hard. So let's have a look at the weak foot. So left foot for Castellanos. Somerville, left foot. Minamino, left foot. I'm pretty sure Jared Bowen is also left-footed. He is, so he's going to be right foot. And then we'll leave the two in the middle. Drop an emergency save. We all know what Football Manager can be like. We'll look at fitness actually. Jadon Sancho, he's tired. I probably shouldn't start him, but... Dean Bailey's available as well, actually. Let's get him on the bench for... Do you know what? We'll put him on there for Bogard, actually. We've got a good amount of attacking options on the bench again now, which is good. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. We'll go with that. Let's do it. More than likely, it's going to be the final game of the stream. Not a guarantee, but more than likely. Okay. I was going to say we'll have a look at the table. We haven't looked at it yet, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. Right. Let's just try and motivate them all. Let's get into it. Okay. Let's see what the table comes up with. West Ham are currently 9th. This is going to be a tough one then, but... Well, don't mind it being tough. Let's do it. Let's get into it. It would be really good to get a result here just before those horrible 3 games we've got coming up. Which, I mean, obviously we'd love to get a result from one of them, but he's going to be really, really tough. Okay. Looks like we're being quite snappy in the attack there, which is good. And we're relying on Abraham as the spearhead. It's not something I'm very happy with. If Abraham doesn't have a good first half, we might try the strikerless for the second half and give it a full 45 minutes. Certainly something to consider while we've not got Morgan Rogers. To be fair, Morgan Rogers is probably better as an attacking midfielder anyway, so... Ref, are we gonna talk about the foul there on Wendia? No, we're not gonna. No, right, fine. I'll just be over here minding my own business. And not a good start, but we have got the ball here. Whipped in, looking for Ollie. Can't quite find him. Somerville now coming forward to counter attack. If the lads want to tackle him, that'd be preferable. He's on hard tackling. Let's just go in on him. Maybe? No? Too late. And there's Diouf. Shot wide. We have to be really careful. Actually, no, it's not even a shot wide. It's a deflected shot. They're all over us so far. Let's go bit counter-attacking. Let's open things up a little bit. Man, some of it is really doing a job on us at the moment. Might go to the attacking tactic. Just to try and push a little bit more pressure on them. Although we are starting to pick things up a little bit with those couple of tweaks I've made. Possession's gotten a bit better. I'm just struggling against getting into the final third. A free kick here. Bowen whips it in, looking for Soucek. There's a danger in the air. We need to be careful of him. He's a real danger in the air. And that is half time. Not a good performance from us so far. Right. Have a look. Who needs... Wow, Buendia. He's coming off straight away. Timings have not been good enough. These guys haven't been good enough. That's most of the team, let's be completely real, have not been good enough. Right, we're going to go strikerless. We might as well. Not going to make us worse, is it? Because we can't shoot at the moment anyway. So let's load up the strikerless one. Right, Abraham's going to come off. We'll bring on John McGinn. Yes, he's tired, but he'll deal with it. He'll be fine. Buendia's going to come off as well for, I don't know about Harvey Elliott, maybe Ross Barkley. And you know what, Wharton actually, I'm going to keep him as a deep line playmaker, but these two are going to drop deeper just to offer a bit more defensive cover because they were getting in at us quite a bit. Let's just see whether we can push them out a little bit. Let's just as well have them go outside. We're going to trap them outside a little bit. Let's just have making more runs, have him dribble a bit more, have him shoot more. Quite happy for him to make more runs as well. Ross has got like 13 finishing, 12 finishing, that'll be fine. That'll be okay. Cool. Let's go for it. That's Sancho out to Dignier. Okay, well, we're never going to see the highlight. Never going to see it. It's fine. Straight away a corner for West Ham. Ah, we're going to end the stream on a loss, aren't we? After doing all this work to get us back into a good position, we're going to end the stream on a loss. West Ham, they're obviously having a very good season. Right, we're going to go attacking. Push this up. I'm not going to do counter-attacking, but I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Let's just try and put a bit more pressure on them when we get the ball. Ollie Watkins' one performance of fantasticness has gone completely. Right, we need to make changes now, otherwise it's just going to get away from us. Ollie's got to come off, he's playing so badly. We'll bring on Leon Bailey. Elliott, I do want to bring on, but I don't know where to bring him on. Because the midfield two are doing fine. What can we do? I think Lindelof for Mings is an option. And then, do you know what? We're making our final change there. I know it's a risky thing to do, but we're going to do that. Go back to standard with that. Go back to counter-attacking. I'm going to take that one off. Do that. We'll press a bit more as well. Okay, let's just see. Let's get a few more chances. Because we've just been a bit chanceless in this one. Right, there we go. A bit more like it. A bit more possession in their half. I'll take a draw at this point. I would absolutely take a draw at this point. We're just not getting the shots away. That's the biggest thing. So, I'm going to get us early crosses. We're just not getting the shots away again. This has been the problem all season, and the only solution has been Morgan Rogers. But with him injured, we are struggling. Okay, we're getting some chances now. Very, very late on. Fire the boys up. 4 minutes. I think this one's got away from us. I think we're losing against West Ham. They are doing better than us in the league, to be fair. They're actually having a decent season. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be a loss. That is disappointing. That is very disappointing. We got absolutely outclassed there. Like, match momentum completely all over us. There's some really, 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 really poor performances out there today. And I know they're probably very, very tired because they've been playing through the fact that we've had injuries, but furious with every single one of them. That was an opportunity of a game. That keeps us in 15th. We need to be getting further up the table. And the problem now is, as I said before, that's the last game before this horrible run of 3 where we're probably going to slip down further and further. So we've got a real problem on our hands with these next few games. A real problem. I'm not going to continue with that, but it's good to have it as an option. But that was a rough one. That was definitely a rough one. And we've not got Sancho for United. He's been one of our best players, and we don't have him because he belongs to Man United. So that's immediately a massive problem. So John McGinn's going to have to play, even though he has a stinker. As is Ollie Watkins, as is Emi Buendia, as is Tammy Abraham. They're going to have to play. Rodgers is going to be back in 4 days. He will be back before United, so he will be on the bench, which is good. In fact, you know what? Liam Bailey will start the next game for Ollie Watkins. I'm going to have... I didn't bring Kamara on the last game I was going to. I'll put Kamara on available for the next game for the under 21, so he at least has a few minutes. Matson's going to start for Digne. Pau Torres is going to be fit again, so he's going to come back in for Tyrone Mings. Digne has been one of our best players, to be fair, but he needs the rest. He's not going to be any good to anyone shattered, and he's currently shattered because we have been playing him an awful loss. I just thought Anana's going to be back as well, so we can put Anana back in. Or who, though? They're now getting to the point where we can't get everyone on the bench, which is a nice problem to have, but it's also still a problem in and of itself. Right, that is probably going to have to be the team for the next game. Again, Tammy will continue to lead the line, but I mean, he scored 2 goals, to be fair to him, but we are struggling to get the best out of him. I tell you what, we're gonna target forward him for the next game. We're gonna target forward him. How are United doing in the Premier League? 10th. Okay. We'll make the United game the final one of the stream. Oh, I was gonna rest the boys. Right, need to have a word with him. Okay. I'm not so bothered about him scoring if he... No, I am bothered about him scoring, actually. So, yeah. So, where are we? We're in mid-December. He scored 2. I'd like 15 goals from him. Cool. Okay. Let's see. He's not going to get there. But if it gets him scoring, I don't care if he gets there exactly or not. Right. He's going to be holding up the ball. Finishing's like a 14, isn't it? So I don't mind him shooting more often. Can't run more. His dribbling is not all that. It's 12, I think. It's 13. I mean... I don't necessarily know if we want him dribbling with the ball. I'm just going to give Buendia as well a little bit more freedom. Take him off shoot more often. But I do just want him doing a little bit of whatever he wants to do. Leon Bailey, what's your finishing like? 14. I'm quite happy for you to be finishing more often. Same with John McGinn, to be fair. Let's have him finishing more often, making more runs. Let's get these guys really giving him someone to run at for this next game. Let's rest the boys for one game. He needs a rest as well. We'll do a bit longer for him. So, rest player one day. I've already rested Matty Cash for one day. Do you know what? He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Right. This one is going to be the final game of the stream because I've actually got to cook a Mother's Day dinner today before my mum comes round. So, also need to order some cooking oil as well so I can actually do the potatoes. Not that you need to know that, but I felt like sharing it. What am I doing? Ordering some oil to do that with. Oh, I've had it's picked up a knot. Right, offer for Watkins, £30 million. We'd get 29.5 million for it. I'm going to stall it because now we've had that offer in, we need to be looking at who comes in for him. So, scouted players. Let's have a look. Who we scouted? Who's good enough? Who's recommended? Mark Yu, I mean, he's too young. Memphis Depay could be an interesting one. Van Elson at Bournemouth. I mean, what season has he had so far? He scored 5 goals. Absolutely not. Russo is more of an attacking midfielder, but let's have a look. 5 goals. No, absolutely not. Nonso at Leeds. He's not going to be good enough. Beto at Everton. Probably not. Yuri Alberto. He's actually a decent striker in the looks of things. Again, he scored 14 in 38. It's not a great return, but it's better than anything we've got at the moment. He'd be relatively cheap. He's wanted by Brighton, Everton and Napoli. And he can play out on the wings if needed as well. He's 6 foot. Heading's decent. His jumping reach isn't all that, but he's got potential to be a bit quick. We're already scouting him, so let's continue scouting him. Francolino. It's a name I recognise. He's wanted by a bunch of people. He's got 6 goals in 9 appearances. It's a completely different league, that's the only thing. But he does look like he could be quite tasty. Let's scout him. He's under 21. He's current international. He does look decent, to be fair. Anyone watching got any thoughts on Francolino? Anyone got any experiences with him? Active interest. Real Madrid want him. As do Brighton. Man City is just rumours. But we know Real Madrid wants him. Okay. He's definitely one that we need to keep an eye on. Maximilian Bayer. Not wanted by anyone. I mean, I don't necessarily see it with him, to be honest with you. Demirovic, 27. Target forward. I don't necessarily want a target forward, but wanted by Fulham, wanted by Napoli, Bayer Leverkusen. He's got 3 in 11. It's not really an improvement, is it? I need someone who's going to actually improve the team. That's the only thing. I mean, he's not going to come here. I don't know why we bothered scouting him, to be honest with you, but he would be sensational. George would also be sensational. Kalamawani, I mean, he's on loan, so there's no point looking at him. Xerxes would be good. potentially we could revive his career, but he's very slow. That's the only thing. I'd like someone who's a bit more of a counter-attacker. Groupie, not good enough just yet. And Che Adams would be a shout. Be an interesting shout. I'm not getting Richarlison, I'm not getting Mateta, I'm not getting Rodrigo. Let's have a quick look. Take this off. Let's have a look at who's on the transfer list. Anyone falling out with their clubs who we can capitalise on? Crystal Palace. He's falling out with that apparently. Jorgen Strand Larsen. He's not really all that, is he? Let's be honest, he's not really all that. Salo Ramos, however. £42 million. All the big boys are in for him. I mean, although we're only getting £30 million in-ish, we can make that work. We can make that work. Of all of the strikers I can see there, I mean, let's have a quick look. He's not the quickest, sure, fine. Bit of strength on him now. 6'1", decent in the air, good finisher, good with the ball at his feet. Passing's not too bad, good teamwork, good work rate, works hard. Composure's better than Ollie Watkins is. I mean, it'd be nuts to not even attempt it, would we? He's not going to want to come. Sure, that's fine. It's fine, it was worth a look. It was worth investigating anyway. Let's have a look at them by value. Guja, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that, man. Very, very much appreciated. I think the other guy is the one. I think the other guy I saw is the one. Need to find him again. Francolino. I think that might be the one. We can just get a bit more scouting on him. He might be the guy. I mean, just reading between the lines here. His composure's great. He's quick, 6'1". He's good in the air, decent at the very least. He's strong. His teamwork and his work rate are good enough. First touch is excellent. His dribbling is good. Finishing is going to be at least decent. He's the one, isn't he? Like, am I going mad? Is he the one? I'd love an opinion. If anyone wants to give it, I would love an opinion whether you guys think he'd be the one. Obviously, we haven't got the full information yet, but I reckon he's the guy. He's the one we've got to go for. We're obviously going to continue scouting him. I mean, according to this, he'd come in as the best striker. But we have minimal knowledge on him. So you guys let me know what you think. But I think we're going to put the wheels in motion to getting an offer in for him. We've stalled the Ollie Watkins offer for now. Right, the Elliott injury, 4 to 10 days. That's not the end of the world, but it does mean he won't play against United, which is a problem. Right, Rodgers is now fit again. He's not going to be playing in this game, but he's now fit again. That's something. Yuri Alberto. Tell you what, he does scout quite good though. His dribbling is not all that, but his finishing is excellent. Excellent. It's good. He's very good. He's quick. He's 6 foot. Heading's all right. Jumping reach isn't all that, to be fair. Composure's not the best though. This wouldn't be much of a solution. However, if we were to move on Ollie Watkins and Tammy Abraham, this could be the backup striker. And again, he can play on the wings. Not very good at dribbling. But as a wide forward, someone to get the ball and make things happen, it could be an option. Brighton, Everton and Napoli all being in for him makes me think that he is definitely worth looking at. He's also not worth that much. So I'm going to ask agent about availability. So we want to be a big player apparently. Okay, we'll wait for him to come back to us. We'll wait for him to come back to us and we'll see. But I think there's an option there. As well as the other guy. I think there's two really good options there. Okay, let's get to the United game. We know how it's going to go, but let's just see. Let's just see. We might be able to do something. Let's do the tactical thing. Did it actually give me the option to do it? I don't know if it did. No, I don't think it did. No, it didn't. Okay, well, okay then. Right, Tammy. You had Dan as a target forward. I don't necessarily want to play with a target forward, but I'm giving you a chance here. As much of a chance as I can. Let's just see what you can do. Right. Heads have dropped a little bit. Are we able to sneak in a team meeting just to try and get them back up? Is it even worth doing that? I don't know. No, it's not. We can't do that. Okay. So, opposition instructions. Playing a 4-3-3. We're obviously going to press the usual suspects. So, Sesko, weak side. Hard on Cunha. Strong on Cobby. Hard on Bruno. Sesko is right-footed. Onto his left foot he goes. Cunha. Whack him onto his left foot as well. And Mason will have him on his left foot too. I'm going to press Casemiro as well. Because in the nicest possible way, his agility, he's not going to be that quick to the turn. And his decisions are not the best. So let's just see if we can capitalise on that a little bit. Has he got a weak foot? Pop him onto his left foot as well. Let's press him onto his left foot and just see if we can get something out of him. Elliot is out, which is again really frustrating. So Alisson Edward will come in onto the bench. We've got Morgan Rogers as an option off the bench as well. These guys are going to try and come forward and do something. Do we keep these guys as far forward or do we drop them back? I've had success with these guys far forward. I just feel like they're too far away from the action when I drop them to defensive midfield. But then could we have them pushing up? I don't know. I might leave it as this for the time being. I might drop it to a balanced mentality first. I'll have us down as counter-attack. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, let's save the game. Again, Football Manager, we all know what it's like. And then, let's do it. Final game of the stream. Let's see what we can get going. I'm just going to do a quick delivery order of some shopping that needs to come. Cool. Right. John McGinn looks like he's delighted to be here. In all seriousness, he actually does. Right. Let's get into the game. And keep an eye on the game. Again, I just need to get this shopping done just so I can actually cook some Sunday dinner for everyone. Otherwise, it'll be kind of a bit of a waste of time for Mother's Day here, because we won't have anything to actually do the food with. Right, we've got a free kick actually. Right, haven't really done anything with it. Chipped in. Douglas Luiz is free. It's concert. Don't shoot. Oh my word, we've ended up with a goal. I've got a thing in my game. Look for offside. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. Guys, put your hands up, please. Put your hands up. Oh no. We had the chance. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Whereas I've got stuff in here from the last time I was going to order stuff and I never did. So, to make life a little bit simpler. We're actually doing really well against them at the moment. On a balanced mentality, that feels foreign to me. All the same, please, boys. When this not having a good game, the attacking lineup aren't having a good game, but then not theirs isn't either. But our two central midfielders, touch wood, so far we're doing all right. Okay, we're in their half. Matson with the throw, looks for Buendia, can't find him, but we keep the ball. Buendia now looking for Leon Bailey, floating header. No, probably Bailey's not the guy you want on the end of that, but again, really close. Good opportunity. We just couldn't make the most of it there. Why has this come up? Leon Bailey's injured. Great. That's really great. That's really great. Buendia's having a shocker as well. Right. Alisson Edwards going to have to come on, and Morgan Rogers is going to have to come on as well. Which I'm quite happy to see Morgan Rogers again, to be honest. I feel like we've needed someone with his ability. Have him be a little bit more tactically astute. Right. We're back. And we have possession again. Right, Torres to Conser. Wharton. Out wide to Cash. To Alisson Edward. Alisson. Cut back. Cuts back. Goes back to Wharton. Back to Cash. Wharton's gone with a run. Back to Alisson. Back to Wharton. Into Morgan Rogers! Oh! We have been all over them in this first half. There's not been a lot of chances, but the chances there have been. We have been all over them on. And it's a lovely thing to see. Absolutely superb. Right. Individuals. I just realised I made that change. I just completely took you off in the first half. I didn't even clock what I was doing there. Shout at him. He's not been good enough. John McGinn, not happy. Do better. Tammy, keep going. Leon. No point saying anything because we've taken him off. Doug and Adam. Try and motivate them a little bit more. Yeah, that's all we can really do. Right. Hello there. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Alon2450, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Very, very much appreciate it. Said before when Second Yellow Card dropped his rating, it's been a while for me in terms of consistently streaming. So to have a stream where I get a raid like this and have a decent number stick around, you know, 200 odd people come in. I don't expect all of them to stick around when it's someone they don't know. But to have around 40 odds still sticking around at this point, I'm really, even if you're not watching it, just like passive, I really appreciate it. I thought maybe we could get something there, but Lamens is just too good. Again, on balance, we're just doing the business. We've just set up a little bit more counter-attack. We're just on them every moment. Right, ball out wide to Ian Matson. Bear with me, I'm going to read that in a moment because we've just scored. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. Don't come up saying that it's being checked for offside. It's not being checked for offside. Yes! Yes! Wow. You're going to get your save file to play. You can put the save file on the comments. I can have a look at doing that. Potentially. I'll have a look after the game. To be honest, it's one season in. It's not that exciting. It's really not, and it's not been a good season. We've really struggled. So you might be better starting from scratch, to be honest with you. But if you really want me to, I can have a look at doing that for you. I don't mind. Oh my god, we lead with the season that we've had so far, and the wobble that we had. Well, not big more than wobble. The terrible start we had. The fact that we lead against Man United after the disappointment against West Ham is actually staggering to me. Okay. Rodgers is playing well. Great, I would like. Okay, I'll have a look at that for you, mate. Not a problem at all. Right, we need to do something about John McGinn. We don't have any other wingers to bring on, is the only problem. I don't really want to move Morgan when he's actually playing okay, though, as well. So that's another problem. We jumped the gun bringing Emi Buendia off. We really jumped the gun on that. Ross can play out there. Ross is going to have to play out there. To be fair, Tammy's hanging in there. I'm actually quite proud of Tammy for hanging in there. I'm also going to bring on Kamara for a bit more defensive stability. And do you know what? Do you know what? We'll make our fifth change. Yeah, Digne. Gonna have to be Digne. Say that one. Pure motivation. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's go and get seconds. Let's just finish it off. It is literally watching it back and forth on the minimap. It's like a basketball game. Or what I assume a basketball game is. Because you always hear that it's end to end. Right, we've got a deep free kick here. Again, why is Pau Torres there like he's a creative player? He's not. Right, Barkley. Go all the way back to Wharton. That's fine. I don't mind that. Just resetting a little bit. Wharton has turned into a pretty decent player for us this season. He really has. Right, Cash. He has got Wharton behind him. Whips it into Tammy. And Tammy Abraham now scores from open play. Oh, I've gone early. I've gone early. I've gone early. Please tell me. Yeah, the hands are in the air. Yes. 2-0 against United. That's the one right there. That's the one. I can't believe we've just done that against United. I know they're not having a good season. They're like about halfway down here, but that's a huge victory for us. We needed that. We didn't win the West Ham game. We needed that. Is this save in the... So this save started before the update, but I don't seem to have had the problems that I know a lot of people have had. It seems to have just worked out the box for me. So that's the only thing. It did have a different set of transfers on there, so I don't know if that'll affect you necessarily. So I mean, I'm not overly knowledgeable. I've never shared a save file before, so I would just bear that in mind. That was a great performance. I'm so happy with the boys. So that's the only thing I would say. Let me save the game. And then have a look for my the injury to Bailey, by the way. 2 weeks. I've got a couple of players in need of rest, which we kind of knew. Trying to look at how the best way to share this save file to you is, because I've never done it before. I don't actually know how to do it, to be honest with you. I've never had anyone ask me to share a save file before, so it won't let me put it on the comments as far as I can see. But if I could, I would, but it won't let me do it. Might have to put it on the, because you can put save files on the stream store, can't you? So let me just have a look. I'm going to find out how to do this. I am genuinely going to find out how to do this. You probably don't care anymore, but I'm going to find out. Yeah, it's just not something I've ever done before. Need to save it on the cloud. Okay. Makes sense. Let's do that. I'm going to work this out. I'm not able to work it out right now. Okay, so I'm going to have to close Football Manager in order to do that. So that is going to be the end of the stream anyway. So let me just change back to my normal cam. Massively delayed. That was actually abysmal. Right, and I'm just going to have a quick look at this for you just to work out how to do it. I'm going to close Football Manager. And close it down. I'm going to try and work out how to do this. Just so you've got the option should you want it. Right, now it might work. I actually don't understand. It doesn't actually do much to actually tell me how to upload it. Oh, that's why I've not done that bit. Okay. Alan, I don't know if you're still there. I'm going to do this for you. Well, at least I'm going to try to do this for you. Wait for Football Manager to load again. That'll do for my shopping. So I'm also doing my shopping at the same time that I mentioned before. So I've got that, got that, got that, got that. Desperately need that. Got that, got that, got that. Sweet. Cool. Cool. There we go. Right, so I need to publish it to the Steam Workshop. How do we do that? Go to the downloads. Wait, do I need to have the editor? Can't be the way to do it. I actually might have to, which is quite disappointing. I've gone this far without having an in-game editor. This is commitment, and I bet you're not even here anymore, but this is commitment. Oh, goodness me. This is literally all just because I'm trying to be nice. You know what? I'm really sorry. It's not going to be happening today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto the Steam Workshop, and it will just be called Stubo FM Aston Villa. You're gonna have to look for it there, just because I've run out of time and been able to do it. I've just tried to do it now. I've never had to do this before, so I apologise to you, Alan. It will be on the Steam Workshop at some point this evening for you to have a peruse of and have a look at. I've just run out of time to do it because I've got stuff to do for Mother's Day, so I do apologise I'm not fulfilling that right now, but I will be fulfilling that. Now, for those of you who have stuck around, I am going to do the right thing, and I am going to send you somewhere else. I'm going to send you to... I'm just having a look at who's on and who's there. Have a look. Do you know what? I'm tempted to go to the Goodyear, because the Goodyear actually came over and was in the stream, so I'm tempted to do that. Yeah, let's do that. That feels like the thing to do. So I'm going to send you guys over to the Goodyear. Treat him well. Again, he did drop a follow earlier, so I'm considering him a friend of the channel. And the raid has begun. And that is going to be it for today. I don't know when the next stream will be. It very well could be the weekend, but hopefully you guys have had a lovely time. I've had a lovely time. And I'll see you guys next time for the next stream. Take care. Look after yourselves. And bye-bye for now. Cheers.